Gasmask Tribe TV podcast where we filter out that.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna bring this question up here. I'm gonna just throw it up here. And I thought this would be great to start with.
Great question.
What does loyalty look like in a relationship?
Um, I think there's different levels to it. Now, if you're in a committed relationship, then I think honesty, trust, communication, all kind of wraps into one as far as loyalty goes. Um, you know, making sure that you got the person's back when, their back's turned. Um, you know, I think that's most like the common core of it all is to make sure that like the other person knows their place and their where they stand in your life.
But what do you mean by their place though? Like I don't understand that.
Some people don't know their place in the relationship.
All right.
Because the other person tends to not allow them to branch out to understand that. So meaning like if you ask like probing questions, sometimes a toxic person won't even give you a right response. It won't even give you a response at all and just leave you to wonder. So in order to know where I stand, I need to know where I stand. If I mean that much to you to be able to answer those probing questions or give me the reassurance that I need to know where I belong and where I stand in this situation, loyalty should just come right off bat. Because,
So you would say that you need a woman like you, or you would need reassurance before you are loyal to someone?
No, loyalty. So with me, loyalty comes off bat until you give me that split moment to feel like you don't deserve it. And like I said, like loyalty and trust kind of like go hand in hand with me. And I feel like I had posted this recently that I feel like loyal or trust is kind of like credit. It's really hard to gain back once it's gone. And I think trust and loyalty just go hand in hand. And if once you lose trust, you lose loyalty, because there's some people out there that good, bad, or indifferent, they're not loyal to their partner. And then that's where the trust comes in and it gets messed up because that person was not loyal in any situation.
I see what you're saying, but I know a lot of motherfuckers who don't trust somebody but still loyal like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
I do agree. But some people tend to be loyal to the wrong people. And I can say I'm faulted for that. I am loyal to the wrong people. But I do still feel, though, that like loyalty and trust do go hand in hand.
Stony Lush. Stony Lush says, hey, fam.
Great comment.
Loyalty is misunderstood nowadays. You can be loyal to someone and not love or care for them. Loyalty almost means nothing if you don't have anything to back it up.
Wow. I agree. Absolutely.
Lush, hey, big ups to you for real. That's
great comment.
What's up, Booby?
Bring that back up so people can read that.
That was a good comment. Very good comment.
Yeah, for facts.
She thinks like me. That's my little cousin Booby, man. She crazy. She thinks like me. She has a crazy mind. Like she be coming up with some crazy questions. Like she was throwing some questions at me. I was like, whoa. But yeah, I don't want to cut nobody up. But go ahead. And I have fixed the problem, people. I'm sorry.
You know what?
We'll see.
Yeah,
whatever. Whatever.
When it comes out to me, man, I'll be honest though. Loyalty is something that you have to work for. It's not something that's right off back. It's kind of like respect. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of respect you have for a person when you meet somebody, right? You get face value. You got the face value. It's up until you when you try to spend that money, right? Then when you see if it's counterfeit. You ever had real good counterfeit money? I know I have. I've been in the hood. You know what I mean? And you be like, you don't question it until you start feeling around for it, or you try to go spend it. And somebody else are like, this shit is fake. Or you buy something and be like, yo, the Jordans, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I bought these Jordans. I spent $100 on them. Niggas be like, this is fake. Same thing. You know what I mean? I think it relies on that saying. You're not going to truly know what somebody is loyal until you have the experience or you have the history.
Put in a position.
Put in a position. You're right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But don't get that twisted at all, because motherfuckers that act loyal right? They'll act loyal in a certain position just to get their in with you, just to get the in with you. So I think it's a constant battle. You know what I mean? And just me, I might be a little biased because, you know what I mean, I've been through experiences with a lot of different motherfuckers. So I have a certain way of thinking now when it comes to motherfuckers. And I just like, you can't, if I meet you, like, you're not immediately got my loyalty. You just not, or my respect. You know what I mean? If you do something profound, you'll get my respect, and then we can keep it pushing. You know what I mean? And then we kind of go from that. But for the most part, yeah, it respect and loyalty you have to gain, and I think a lot of people lose that element of it.
See, but I can't agree with that.
Okay,
the whole respect thing, because like I give respect because I intend to receive it back. So like when I go into like a situation, I'm off top coming with respect, you know, until you disrespect me. Then it alters my way of thinking about you. So I feel like in any situation that I tend to go into, even if it's a conflict that I have to come into and speak about, I'm coming with respect until you disrespect me. And now you're going to get that in return, you know, because if I go in appropriately and you mess up, that's on you. Because now those are your repercussions of my smart mouth or my disrespect, because you disrespected me. So I can't really say nothing. That's just what you get for coming at me with disrespect when I came at you with nothing but respect.
Hey, y'all can hear that?
Yeah,
y'all hit the claps.
Yeah.
All right, so check. And the reason why I did that because I'm trying something new here. So check, people. I feel her. I get it. It's like having integrity. It's really like I hear an integrity, right? You have so much integrity about yourself. You would expect other people have integrity about themselves and have much respect for themselves to at least respect others so that they can receive that also, right? It's kind of like the what goes around comes around theory, the whole law of attraction type of attitude. You get what I mean?
Right.
But
Put
if
out
we don't
what you want to
understand,
receive in the world.
right. So, but I get it. There's fucked up people out there who's gonna really like, you know what I mean, take your kindness for weakness, take your respect for some bullshit, and really kind of maneuver how they maneuver. It's kind of like the selfish attitude. They have no accountability. They have no consideration. They just don't give a damn. You know what I mean? So the word loyalty doesn't exist, or sometimes people can't even see the word loyalty because of their whole lifestyle is like saying, no, it's for me, all for me, motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I can't, I can't, I can't look at the situation and be like, you know what I mean? Oh, you're very loyal. And it's like, how do you tell loyal? I kind of look, how you tell loyalty? I look at the Bible when the Bible talks about, you know, you got to prove them as friends. You know what I mean? And that's, to me, that shows credibility in the sense of people show themselves throughout time. You know? Like, that's why you see relationships kind of get all sour and shit after the first year. Because she's really showing herself or he's really showing himself. You get what I mean? And that can really show, like, honestly, they say you have to prove themselves before called men. And we have a question coming up about when does it take when does dating becomes to marriage? You get what I mean? Like,
how long do you date before you decide to get married?
And I thought that was a pretty great question, right? Because I think men have a simpler thought process than women do in that sense. You know, men, we can know right off back if we want to marry you or not because of your personality, your charisma, the way you act, kind of, you know, men kind of, and we'll deal with the rest.
So is this the question we're asking now? Because I have a rebuttal on that.
No. What it was it just because of this, like, what does loyalty look like in a relationship? You know what I mean? And I look at the relationship can be between, it doesn't have to be between men and women. I think it's can be between all, just your relationship throughout life, in business, and how you conduct yourself. What's the relationship between yourself? Are you loyal to yourself? And most people aren't loyal to themselves, like me. So, like, I wasn't loyal to myself because I kept giving it towards everybody else. Like, I would help everybody else. I'll do shit for people. I would set up the shows. I would set up the venues. I would book the events. I would book the band. I would write the music. I would produce the music. I would engineer the music. I would get the videographer. I mean, like, I was doing everything. You know what I mean? So it's more like I was more loyal to the craft and to the business and to the art of it than the people that were with me. Why? Because they didn't prove that off. There were maybe one out of two out the crowd. And honestly, you see them here. So those those are the things I'm talking about when we speak of loyalty. How loyal are you, or how loyal are you in a relationship, or what does loyalty
Right.
look like in a relationship? You know what I mean? And I think it looks like more of a person who will not so much of have your back, but a lot of times keep you accountable. You get what I mean? I have your back, but I'm gonna keep your ass accountable too. You know what I mean? Like, cool, we gonna get out here and do what we gotta do, but don't think I ain't gonna be able to say like, what the nigga, really?
Right.
You know what I mean? And we got to be able to have those uncomfortable conversations, even though we might be in the battlefield together.
Right.
Me and Ron do it. Ron will tell me like, cool, yeah, I run and produce and do all this stuff for the show or whatever. But Ron will tell me straight up, like, if some ain't cool, he's loyal to to being a true person. Like, bro, fuck the whole being a friend and family and all this shit, bro. You're fucking up. That's some fucked up shit. Yeah, whoop, whoop. I ain't gonna hold no corners. I ain't gonna whoop. And you need that. Why? Because he's loyal to that truth. And we need people like that. And a lot of people don't have integrity in that sense to hold that as a gratitude. You know what I mean?
Right.
With gratitude, like,
And
nah,
see,
I'm.
and
Go
I
ahead.
think a lot of motherfuckers they would take like giving advice. Like it's different for a motherfucker like me to talk to Biz, right? And like, yo, nigga, hey, and say something with validity. A lot of people they'll come from a good place with good intent, trying to drop advice, but the niggas ain't loyal, or the woman ain't loyal. They're not there. You know what I mean? Supporting. They're there in support, but they're not there supporting, which is different. You know what I mean? Motherfucking be like, yo, I got you all day, but you ain't here. If you ain't here, you ain't here, right? You know what I mean? And we understand circumstances and things of that nature, but I think at the end of the day, when it comes to a relationship, it really is like I don't think like I think a scam artist, and excuse me for that, a scam artist or a bullshit person or a true person, a real person, their characters comes out. The truth of them comes out. You're able to see it. It's apparent. People like,
Absolutely.
Motherfucker, you full of shit. But I think a lot of us can still be like, I'm still gonna deal with you anyway to see where I get, see what happens. We're curious, and that's where they came up with the shit. Curiosity, what killed the fucking
cat?
Fucking right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
So
that no. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that brought me to the next question.
let's
You
go.
know, you know,
I know.
are you measured by the woman you're with?
Out of there.
You know, and
Oh, that's a good one.
and it could be men. Are you measured by the man you're with?
Are you
You know what I
measured
mean?
by the women you are with?
But the reason why I opposed it towards to the man, because you know how men and this may look like it's a woman tactic type of question, but it's actually look how I'm looking at this, right? I'm seeing it as the man, right? The
Right.
man always goes around and says like, "Oh, I got this and I got that and I got this female, I got that female," in the sense of like, a sense of like I have plethora, I don't have to worry about it, right? And but if you take a look at those women, right?
Right.
That's the I'm foul for this shit. I'm foul for this shit.
That's some
Look,
real shit because that's
hey,
where my mind was going. I
hey,
swear to God.
I don't think you
hey, I
found.
bring up. Hey, look, because I was watching the last podcast and I was I was listening to it. Y'all was like, yeah, Biz asked him, he be asking crazy questions, whoop. And you like, yeah,
Me too.
Biz be like, he'll hit you with it. And
Ah,
Ron was like, nah, Biz will throw the ball at your ass. Like, whoa, motherfucker,
No, the
right?
ball at your fucking face.
bad.
And it's really
That's
because,
wrong.
you know what I mean? It's really because, like, I always looked at it as like, I have a certain type of caliber of, if I wasn't married, I have a certain type of caliber of female I fuck with, period. Right? Like, I always say, like, this dick ain't free. So, I don't give a fuck what you thought about, good, but my shit, royalty. Babies come out this motherfucker, they come out gifted. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know I'm fucking with you, but I'm just saying,
That would
like,
make you a gigolo.
Sure would.
but you know what I mean. It's the things that you like. People have to take some type of integrity and standard like about themselves to not so much of like if I'm asking for that, right? I have to be somewhat up to par too. I can't be asking for this high caliber type of female and blase blase.
Right.
if I'm a fucking, if I'm just trying to get by, it just doesn't work out. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna ask this woman who's way up here to like come down and help me out because financially I deserve it and I got good dick. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on. And I'm just talking about like are you measured by that? You know what I mean? And sometimes dudes could be pieces of shit and have a high caliber woman, and niggas be like, "Nigga,
Because
you
those
doing
type of
it?"
women don't understand their worth.
Do they? Or do they do? You know what I mean?
They
Like,
do. They don't. Because a woman who knows her worth won't settle for anything less than what she's worth.
Mm,
I kind of look
And
at
I'm talking about a woman who really knows her worth, like really understands her worth. Because I can't say that I'm 100% there with my worth, but I know a couple years ago, I wouldn't settle for what I settled for a couple years ago, which is growth and worth. But I know I still have a little bit of things that I need to work out within myself. But I feel like if a woman understands her worth, she won't be with somebody who gives them the bare minimum.
See, I think a lot of women feel themselves full of shit. That's what I think. First they lied to themselves. You know what I mean? And you can probably contest or agree. A lot of women will see bad, right? I'm sorry, but most women know what's right and what's good for them. But they
absolutely.
facts.
situations.
And that go both ways. They
They
motherfuckers
know
know
it's
right
bad
from
for
wrong,
them.
goddammit.
They know they go like, nigga, you ain't good for me, but it feels good.
Goofy. And you got goofy niggas that do that goofy shit too.
That's that book. That's that
I
bullshit.
used to be one of them goofies.
And niggas don't and females don't
Me
realize,
too.
like it's that square ass
Me
nigga
too.
that was actually doing the right shit that would have been that you could have turned into your hood nigga, because you could be a hood nigga. A square nigga could turn into a hood nigga any day. I think it's hard to turn a hood nigga into a square nigga. That's what I think is hard to do. Facts. Because and I'll take it like this, and I'll put it as simple like this: you get face tattoos, you'll always be a hood nigga, forevermore, until you get those tattoos. I don't give a fuck how proper you speak. How hello, Mister, and my hey, how you doing? And my
So is he measured? So will
That's
that
a great
wait.
impression.
So will that dude who got a tattoo on his face, and I'm about to push back a little bit, with that dude who got a tattoo on his face, would he be measured by the woman he's with? Let's say he got with, I don't know, I'm being wild right now. I'm thinking Celine Dion, right? Celine Dion got with a cholo dude or whatever. You know what I mean? Would we look at him differently?
Yes. Because we know of Celine Dion,
because of Celine,
we will be more accepting of the cholo motherfuckers. We'll be like, well, what did Celine Dion see that we didn't see? We'll start.
But what about Eve and her husband? Did you guys see all the criticism she got because of who she got married to and had a child with?
Yeah, Sonny Bono.
And what he looked like.
You talking about Sonny Bono or the other dude?
The one that she just had a baby by.
Oh, not Sonny Bono. Rest in peace. Okay. I don't know. No. Again. Women know. They know better. They do. They see the character. It's not like, so, how fucking old is Celine Dion?
Stay up there.
She been around the block. She know a motherfucking
don't give me stars for the say 97.
You can't come with that 19-year-old game, that 23-year-old game, that 30-year-old game. You gotta come with her like, yo, hey, you know what I mean? And she saw through the fuckery, but
let's go pick our grave plots, Celine.
Willing to look past that. I'm sure
she's not that old.
But it is what it is. I do think to answer the question, I do think men are measured by, in some degree, men are measured
absolutely
by the women they are with. Because you'll look at somebody, you be like, yo, notice, and then you'll go look at it, you be like, I never would have thought. And then you'll go look at Biz or Katt or Tone, you be like, I never would have thought this person. I mean, come on. I mean, look at the celebrities that's out there, except for the select few. But, just there are people that you be like, yo, I never even would have thought. Never even thought you would be with this person. I thought you would have had you a hood bitch. Notice? You thought wrong, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I thought you would have had a white
Well,
girl.
the
You
reason
thought white
why,
girls
the
all
reason,
time.
and
You
the
know what I
reason why I
mean?
was asking that because old boy that's with Chris Jenner. I was trying to pull up some data, the picture of them, but
Yep.
with Chris Jenner and her new dude. Well, now he's her old dude. Believe they're separating. Now whatever the case may be, because he like messed with some IG model, and if you look at that, are you measured by? I thought this was crazy, right? So people looked at him. Most men looked at him like, "Damn, you got Chris Jenner. Golly, you banked up." You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? Just like what's up, Vic? Just like Kevin Federline, right? Kevin Federline banked up, right? The woman he was with was dope. He was a backup dancer or some shit, like, you know what I mean? So, but people look
Yeah.
at him different, even though he might have received some scrutiny from men. Oh, definitely, women might say, "Oh, he got up on a woman, and he got up on her, whatever." Dudes in the background was looking at Kevin Federline like, "Dude, you a puss." You know what I mean? Yeah, you lucked out or whatever, but damn, my nigga. And other dudes would be like, other people are like, "Nigga, fuck that, nigga, you cashed out. She would have did the same thing." You know?
Right. Right.
You know what I
For
mean?
real.
So I just look at it like, are you measured? And I think yes, I think a man is measured by the woman he is with, right? I'm not talking about
100%.
the woman
Absolutely.
he's
To an
dating.
extent.
Well,
To
well,
an
well, 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 check. In this sense, I'm not saying by the woman he's like, I mean, no, so much of dating and things like that. Because I get it; those are tryouts, and I mean, cool. Everybody may not work out. I get it. You know what I mean? But when you get to a point into a life of harmony, right, and you get to this point to where you kind of match levels with someone, and they kind of not so much of make you this greater person, but they add value into that greater person. And whether that person may be rich, poor, small, dumb, I don't know, who gives a fuck, but they add value to you. You know what I mean? And I look at are you measured by the person you're with in so much of a personal thing and more of a intimate intellect thing, right? Because a person may look at me and my wife and may say, "Oh, well, he's measured by the woman he's with, and she's not all this rich woman. She's not like run around in Birkin bags and all of this." So woo to woo. And bears live a lifestyle where a woman should type of have that type of lifestyle, right? You know what I mean? It's like, well, no, she actually adds more value in ways is that these women couldn't add. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like I'm measured higher. I believe we was on a podcast earlier, and they were like, "You, so you mean to tell me you got with a Latina because they lowered their standards?" And I was like, honestly, that I didn't. I actually hired my standards because of that. Like I put them up because I didn't know that I can actually receive this type of value or this type of, you know what I mean, intimacy from a woman like that, because in my culture or what I saw wasn't that, and those are things I kind of like look at, what I mean, when I go around certain people, because I'm married to a woman like this, I get in certain doors, you know what I mean? It's like the type of woman you have, you could get into certain doors and get kicked out of certain doors. You know what I mean? There are certain places that we don't want you to speak because that might hurt the clientele, and it has nothing to do with you and you being a woman and you being who you are. It just has more to do with you understanding the level that's at hand, and
Absolutely.
so and by that woman
You
understanding that, that shows the maturity of her. So her level of measurement becomes to like the Coretta Scott, you know what I mean, the Harriet Tubman or Michelle Obama, if you want to say, you know what I mean. It just becomes more of on a higher level because she understands her man deeper than, you know what I mean. So I don't know. I just kind of felt like that. You know what I mean? I'll go to our next question. Anybody, have any last words before we go to our next question?
Do you think Michelle Obama a man?
Do you think
Are you
Sierra?
really gonna ask that?
All right, this was a question
I'm
that
like,
was
it's a legitimate question. I didn't tell you how I feel. I just asked you, do you think Michelle Obama's a man? Because it's
all
out
right.
there. Like,
Well,
she is.
well, while you saying that, having that question, can you also say this one right here with that, along with that?
Yeah. By all means. How do you make your spouse or mate feel comfortable with you having friends who are of the opposite sex? So once
That's a
again,
great one.
how do you make your spouse or mate feel comfortable with you having friends who are of the opposite sex?
Before y'all answer that, people, welcome. Y'all just entered into the Gasmask Tribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull with biz and
Bullshit.
notice. And check this out, people. Y'all make sure y'all go check out that
Merch.
Mizurch. Yeah, buddy, that Mizurch. We got
Looking
that coming
good
out.
too. I
Yeah,
need some of
man.
that.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Do what we gotta do, baby.
Yes.
So, yes, you guys can go check that on bizentertainment.net. And, please, people, further ado, like, subscribe, comment. Also, send this out, share to others. And if you would like to get in the stream tonight and have a question, or you would like to expound or debate with one of our thoughts, please, the link, stay soon. The link will be here in about a couple minutes, and we'll put that up there. But go ahead, answer the question. Let's give it to Tone, because
Yeah, let's give
Tone
it
is
a
kind
try.
of like the special guest. We trying to work Katt in as a, you know what I mean, as a
I have the
co-host, trying
first
to work
question.
it. But go
Hey,
ahead.
I was
Ben,
I
send
would
me the link again. YouTube.
I would say with that question, I mean, I would say it's about having boundaries. You get what I'm saying? It's like certain shit you do and certain shit you don't do, and it's about just doing what's right because it's right. I mean, if you got that, if you establish that respect that we was talking about earlier and that loyalty that we was talking about earlier, then it's easy. It shouldn't be hard to be comfortable with that. But I feel like when you are uncomfortable or you
So
have
you
a
saying
problem
you
with it,
shouldn't? So you saying she should have it? You know what I mean? She's in for it. They talking about you, Cat.
What I do?
They said she's
Nothing.
in for it.
And
They
she
I
just
like
talking.
know.
they, the cat
Somebody
good.
come in the chat with me,
but
back me up.
but
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, I feel like when you do have that, when you are uncomfortable with it, it's either one, it's the insecurity, or two, that person did something to make you feel like, oh nah, hell no, like that's out, like period. I mean, that's how I look at it.
so
I don't know. And I'll tell you why I don't fucking know. And I'll tell you why I do know. The
I
problem
don't
is
fucking doubt.
the thing is, yo, there are people or relate couples in this world that actually hold businesses together, right?
Right, right,
And with businesses, what comes with business? Trust, communication, loyalty. So
right,
with that being said, I think when a couple has a foundation of business like, or a person is in a business or they're carrying their own business, their schedule, this and that, what they're about. And if they give any time of light a day to you as a person, an individual, then you should feel just validated in just your own world of a special one. That's just me. Biz, I know Biz is gonna fucking say some shit about this. Like, I already know. It's gonna be on something different. But I like it's for me, like, especially if you're in a business together, like if you got friends and things like that of the opposite, that's a business opportunity. Yeah, it is also an
so
opportunity
you making your
on a
spouse
small
feel
level
no
of
no. So
fucking.
you making your spouse feel comfortable having friends of the opposite sex as a business.
Yo, when I got with my spouse, I was an entertainer to begin with, and I explained very clearly. There's going to be vast a majority of women and some gay men that's going to come at me.
this
But
guy.
you're gonna have to know like the difference of where I draw the line. If you trust me, you trust me. If you don't, you don't. And then if you don't, we can't continue because this is what I do. Trust me, we fought about it. But if you ask her that today, she ain't giving a fuck. Like, no, this nigga's been here for this many years. Okay, cool. I think a lot of people get in their own way with that question. I'll back off for now. Let's let Cat answer.
Jacob, what's up, Jay?
Okay, so
Before she answers, but I'm letting you build it up, Cat, because I know you go. I'm letting you build it up. Just filter out that bullshit. Stony Lush. A form of security might cause a person to not want their partner to have anyone around.
Insecurity.
And
Correct.
that,
Insecurity.
I'm sorry, insecurity. I'm sorry. And that becomes a form of control.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed.
Sorry, misread that. But go ahead, Kat.
Okay, so remember how I talked about knowing that place in somebody's life?
Yeah.
My significant other should be okay with me because I have a best friend of like 17 years who is a guy. And I have never had relations with him, any type of sexual intercourse, nothing, right? Always been best friends. But I've been in
And he never
situations
tried you.
where, what?
And he never tried you.
No.
Call him
Like
right now.
literally, we've always just been friends.
Call him right now and be like, you know what? Things is like cool. I just want to come over. I'm just like really feeling wet right now.
He's
I
in
need to come.
Portugal. He's deployed in Portugal, so he wouldn't
Oh
even
So
shit.
what? Go the fuck
he
Oh,
wouldn't
What?
answer. He's in a whole
nah.
He
different
gonna
time
answer.
zone and day
What?
zone.
Yeah,
But
that's
I could
true. That's
definitely
true.
do that one day when I'm not on my cell phone.
Hey, call him and ask
Because
him like, look, I want to be.
that friendship shit go out the window.
No. But back to the question, since you guys
I'm
trying to
fucking
flip
with
it
you.
into something
I'm
else,
fucking
because
with you.
that's what
I'm
guys
fucking
like to
with you.
do.
I'm fucking with you.
No, I feel like my significant other and my spouse should very much feel comfortable in his position. And he should know where he stands in my life to where, a guy friend shouldn't be an issue because that's where my loyalty comes in, my trust, my communication, my everything comes in. And I would be open with my significant other about my guy friends. Like there's no hiding anything. There's like that's where also being secure in your relationship comes in at. So I do feel like there shouldn't be any issue, just as well as there shouldn't be any issue if a guy has a girlfriend, a
Well,
girl
that
that's a friend.
means you want a beta.
But yeah, maybe. But I want to make sure that I'm okay with where I'm at in my situation as well as them as well. So that's where there's a lot of mishap is because people aren't secure in their relationships to where they can trust their
Wait.
significant other. And once again, if I have to because I'm going to come in respect anyways. But once I have to step out of that, then we have the problem. So it just stems back to the first question.
Miss
I got
Chris
a
said he
question.
might have thought of it.
I got a question though. When he said you might want a beta, did you say baby?
Beta.
No, that was the echo. It was the echo.
Yeah,
Beta.
okay.
No, because it's true. It's true. Like you, no. You
That's
true.
what it sounds like.
Don't back up. If you want a beta, baby, you want a beta. It's okay. And it's okay to want somebody that's like companion and woo woo woo. It's just that we
You'll just
understand.
never be able to handle an alpha.
I'm gonna always be an alpha, okay?
And that's
No,
why
I'm
you
not. No, I'm not.
You
Let me
did.
not say
You
that because
missed
I'm
it.
not an alpha. Let me
It went
not
over
say
your head.
that. Let me not say that.
That
Before it
went
opens up
over
a
your
whole new
head.
world. No, but I do have a tendency of being dominant in my relationship, and I have to sometimes reel that back in because I can't make the person I'm with feel any less of a man because of my dominancy, So I have to sometimes reel it in.
Especially. Hey, look, I got a joke. Hey, look, I love you, hubby. But look, I got a good one. Especially you do interracial relationship. You can't be trying to be the dominant one here. We dealt with that for 40 years now.
He's stupid.
What are you talking about, really?
He is stupid as
I
fuck.
know what he's talking about. Don't worry about it.
Yes. That if people didn't understand that was probably too deep for them. You know what I mean?
Hey, it was like this to notice.
But
I'm working.
I really understand. I really understand it, but how do you make your spouse or mate feel comfortable with you having friends who are of the opposite sex, right? And so they weren't asking would you deal with it. It was more like how do you make them feel comfortable, right? What are you doing or what do you do to make them feel comfortable while you have okay, cool. Me as an entertainer, you would probably think I have a lot of female friends and a lot of groupies and all of this, right? And by being one, by being with my wife, like you would expect that that would kind of like me draw some friction because of the girls, the women, and this like that. And the ways I make her feel comfortable or annoying, I do things and like kind of tell her more information. I give her more insight on what's going on. I let her control a little bit more here in the business. I let her see things that most people wouldn't see in the business, or what I mean. So she understands, like, wow, it's not all cookies and creams
Part
at
of
the end of
making
the
them
day.
feel comfortable.
Compromise.
Well,
Compromise.
no, it's letting her. Well, you guys are both right. But what I'm saying is, like, when I'm filtering out is that I let her see that it's not all what it's cracked up to be.
Right.
Like, like normally on the tour, Cats is not going around taking down 70 females a day unless you like
Right.
Blueface, who just came up and never had a fucking dollar in your life,
Right.
and you know what I mean, unless you like some guy who came
Never
from
had a piece
nothing.
of pussy.
But you know what I mean. So these are things that right. He's never had really experience, right? But I'm 12 years old and touring at the age of 15, 16. So I already understood what it was like to be around in a lifestyle and those things, right? So it wasn't like a thing to like, what I mean, see females at show or see a woman that was so attracted that you were like, yeah, she wants me. You know what I mean? It wasn't a thing, right? To me, only to me, because I was so caught up in the music, touring, performing, band and drums, and you know what I mean. My brain was just so chaotic in the times, you know what I mean. And I think a lot of times, I think people feel the trusted, like, well, I can trust that he will make the best decisions in times when they might be shaky. You know what I mean? I know people say like, "Oh, a man can't be faithful in a room full of hoes," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know, cause my mama, you know what I mean." I play, I play.
Goofy.
Nigga, I grew up with him.
Right,
But
right.
You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, like. So I like to filter out the BS, give people a real life action. Like, look, this is filtering out life's BS, and you have to understand. Like, some people went through this and they're able to understand. I remember talking to a female last time. She was like, "Yeah, I fuck niggas and get on." Like, goddamn, really? That's your thing?
And
Yeah.
some
She's like, "I
females
just fuck
like that.
dudes and get on. I ain't got shit else to do than whoop whoop." I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be a great,
Nothing else.
great person on the podcast, right? I'm gonna bring you, and I'm gonna bring her on, but she's like that. She's,
Doggy of
you
the
know what I
day,
mean?
that ass.
You know what I mean? So I understood what the method was. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of see it as like no excuses to the game in the sense of understanding who you are. And once you understand who you are, you ain't got to trip off anybody else. So if they like
they're
tripping off,
secure in their spot.
yeah, I mean, I think insecurity is a level, is a thing that a person haven't discovered of themselves, right? So I
Hmm.
understood like the insecurities on like being with someone and staying around, right? I was like, oh shit, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because I was always gone. You know what I mean? There was a lot of shit that I started learning about myself that I didn't like about the other female. You know what I mean? Like, no, get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? So, because of what I've commonly seen. And
Right.
I've commonly seen women operate a certain way when they meet entertainers. They conduct themselves a certain way. They don't be them. They're not the woman that 6 months down the line. They're not that woman. You know what I mean? Still, you know what I mean? They're like somebody else down down the line. You know what I mean? And I think that kind of like made me like, well, if I do meet someone who's in my realm, then I would like for her to grow with her in my realm. If I don't, then she can't be inside of my world at all.
We
Like, she
can't
has to be.
coexist.
No, no, no. What I mean, like, if I meet someone like, what I mean, like my wife, she's not in entertainment, music, or whatever the case may be. Like, yeah, she loves fashion. She does a lot of fashion design or whatever the case may be. But she's like, music and entertainment is not her thing. You get what I mean? So,
Right.
but it's not like me being with an artist or a singer or a
Right.
musician. You know what I mean? It's totally different. You know what I mean? Because they understand the same world that you in. So, I mean, but me, honestly, those are things that I really just do to kind of like make her feel more comfortable in understanding who I'm around, what type of females or whatever the case may be. But then again, if she's bugging out, because I had a relationship before her, and this Puerto Rican chick was showing up to like all the venues, cussing out bitches and shit, yelling and shit. I'm like, dude, what the hell wrong with you? You fucking up my business. Like, come on, man. You know, I myself, it's 1,000,000% okay to have female friends. You just trust your mates and show them what's up. Actions speak louder than words. But you know what's crazy is that I heard a great quote that was told by this landlady to me. I be getting the tips from the old women. I learned from old women, man. But
What she tell you?
she was like,
Older women, you can't
yeah.
call them old women, man.
They gonna
Older
hate
women.
you.
What, older women? I mean, like, I'm talking like,
They gonna be like,
not
we
like,
don't like that Biz. He keep
No,
calling
we're
us
not old.
out.
We're not old. We are older, but we're not old. The same difference, but I'm telling you.
man, if you getting senior citizen discounts, well, man, check this
The
out. So
the
Call
ARRP
it, hey, let's just call them up in age.
mature
I know
women,
you're
I'll
not
say.
AAA.
Up in
I know
age.
you're not
Very,
AAA.
hey, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Very mature women, okay? Very
Mature.
mature
The
women,
mature women.
But you
right?
can't add the very on there. They're
Shut
gonna take
up,
that
man. Shut
offensive.
up.
Damn, you reaching, Tone. Let it go.
Yeah, man. You don't put your cupcakes
Stall
back
him
in the back of
out.
your
Stall him
pocket.
out. Cut
Put
him
your
Call
loose.
me
cupcakes
Cut
back
out,
him
in the back
loose.
of your
Jones. Call
pocket,
me.
dog.
So, what I mean? I just really understand, like, what it's like to be in that. But she always said a woman should never let her friends know how good her man dick is.
Period.
And I
Ever.
thought
That's
I was like, but then again,
Why not
check,
advertise
check
that
this out.
shit?
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Look, she said no one wants to lose love. Look, but check this out. I thought about that and I was like, but women be dry snitching on themselves all the time.
They've been doing it for centuries.
They be dry
oh
snitching
Look,
God.
and
I'm
not
gonna be
even
honest
know it.
with you.
Baby
Look,
bitch, my man. Shit, bitch,
when a
my
woman gets an unwanted dick pic, right? We sending that shit in the group chat. Okay, so when we get an unwanted dick pic, we're sending that shit in the group chat. Now, if we get
That's messy
a
as
dick pic
fuck.
from
Unless,
our,
wait,
That's
significant
unless
messy as
you
other,
fuck.
squeeze
I'm
it and
not
she
putting
like,
that
bitch,
shit
let
in
me
the
peep
group
this
chat.
one.
And
That's
trust
so
me, and
messy.
if you have
Hey,
me
that's
on
a lie.
Snapchat,
So you
I
need
will
to tell me.
expose your ass. I promise
That's
you.
some
If you have
nigga
me on
shit.
I got
Snapchat,
a
I will
question, Kat. I
expose
got a
you.
question. I got a
That's
question.
some nigga shit.
I got a
That's what
question.
niggas do, not what
All
females
right.
do.
I have a question.
You now wonder why Shuri dead.
So, Kat, I have a question.
Okay.
So you ain't never seen a nice penis and shared it in your group chat.
Facts.
You just said but you said
Whether it's
you
unwanted
said
or not, if it's
you
nice, I don't care. I'm
Nigga,
still sending it. Now, if it's a
what's
person I'm like personally fucking with, I'm not sending that to nobody. That's me. But I've had. Don't get me wrong. I've received some really nice dick pics before. But
Hey,
hey,
guess
we
look.
what?
need
They went in that
Hey,
group
hey,
chat.
look at the comments.
hey,
Stay
we need
cracking up.
another look, we
I
need
need
another
another
woman.
female to back
Look,
me
look,
on this.
right,
We
I
right.
do.
We
We
need
swear.
another
do.
woman to
I
come in
promise
Hold
you.
because
on, hold
We
on, hold on,
Every
do.
hold
girl
on.
who
wait,
Hold on,
received
hold
the
on,
dick
everybody,
pic
everybody, hold on.
and they didn't want
hold
it,
on.
and it
One
was
second.
from some random, they sent it in the group chat. I promise you. I
Hey,
promise
all
you.
women that do the group chat shit too. I swear to God.
And I
Hey,
promise
anybody,
you, any girl
hey,
hops on
anybody
this,
watching?
she
Hold on,
will
hold on
vouch
for a
for me.
second. Anybody watching, feel free to join in, join the comments, share, like, and comment. Hey, we welcome everybody to the Gasmask Tribe where we filter out that
Welcome, 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 welcome.
straight up.
Period. See,
Hey,
I'm not
hey,
lying.
hey, real talk. Hey,
I,
somebody come back. Somebody, I'm challenging somebody right now. Come back,
now,
Cat.
she said Cat is not lying. We send them out
Because that's some,
In
to
the
me,
group
that's
chat.
some thought shit. That's some thought
Look
shit.
at this
Like,
shit.
in the
yo,
group
look at this
chat.
shit toxic as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, bitch, look at my fuck.
Don't be
Hey,
sending
look,
out
this
dick
nigga sent
pics.
me. That, huh?
You don't do that.
Yeah, you know, like, bitch,
What
we
the
classy.
Hey,
hell,
I'm gonna keep it
man?
real
You ain't
too.
got no man.
I've sent out pictures from Google as me. Dead ass. And I know somebody else in this group that does
Cat
it too.
pushing like a
See, and
motherfucker.
then
Hey,
I know
how do your
somebody else
catfish
in this
taste?
group that
and
does
look,
it too.
and then Stoney says,
In what group?
most
This
be
one
looking
on the
ugly.
podcast right now.
Most be looking ugly.
Sends out what?
I'm very I
Pictures
ain't
that
gonna
wasn't
bias
there.
against it. Look, to me,
Oh
everything
yeah,
for
not
mine is
me.
pretty. You know what I mean? So nigga, look, leave that shit where it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know what y'all how to feel about that. Honestly.
Hey, all I know is
What happened?
that's some funny shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Facts.
That's
Facts.
some funny shit. And if
Yeah,
That
facts.
is.
hey, I
Women
say
are
this.
cruel.
No,
But
you
but
men
but
are just
but
disgusting. Why would you send an
wait,
unwanted dick
don't
pic?
no, don't do that because niggas do the same thing. when they get like when the bitch send me on, they be like,
We don't send them.
Y'all be
Man,
showing
we
them
don't
though, right?
send them.
Y'all be like,
We don't send
do
them.
not
We don't
send
not
them.
send
look
them.
what she
We
just
Do
did
don't.
not
to me.
send them.
We do this. Look, we do this. Look, nigga.
Nigga, look. Right. We don't send them. That's
You
the
better look
difference.
fast, nigga. Look fast.
So some of y'all
Aw.
ninjas out there, sending dick pics to female, your shit is on Google, nigga.
And it's
Your
in a group
shit is
chat
on
somewhere
Google,
near
nigga.
you. In a group chat somewhere near you.
Attached,
Okay?
attached with a Google Maps.
Your location and
Hey,
everything. I'm gonna
hey,
send you
hey,
your name
look.
on Instagram or
Don't be looking
Facebook,
ugly.
and so they can see
Hey,
the face to match
hey,
the
cuz
everything. And if that don't match, then we are really talking about you. Come on, man.
hey, if a female share my dick pics, that's her problem. She got to deal with the repercussions.
Hey, that nigga,
If you
hey,
The
share
only
mine,
reason I'm
you
sharing
got
it is
to.
because I don't
hey,
want it. Now, if I wanted
you
it
know,
and you were my man and you sent it to me, they're not getting that. They're not even seeing that. But if it's an unwanted and that shit is funny or whatever the case may be, typically if it's just unwanted, look at this shit. Look what this motherfucker just sent
She
me.
said it's always unwanted.
Oh wait, but I mean,
hey,
like, yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
So
Unless
you
the
ain't
chick
No,
is
never had a
good.
wanted dick pic.
stop. You said what? I know, like, yeah. No. You was about to say sometimes it's wanted, huh?
I mean, come on now. If you're in a relationship and just say, for instance, you got like I'm out of town and he's out of town.
Come on, preach.
They can definitely. I'll be sending a flick or two and receiving some flicks into like, like that's just how.
you a
That's
pick
just
flicker, huh? You
keep
a
it
pick flicker?
spicy. A little
A
spicy,
little pick
little
Give
flicker?
a little.
season. Little
See.
season.
That's why
Okay,
black.
so check.
That's why
So for
black niggas
me,
like white girls.
you know what I mean. So check.
They be with it.
Stop.
What you mean? I'm in McDonald's. Bitch, get onto the side of that motherfucking sign and
Show me the titty. Show me the titty.
So
Okay.
On your head so I know it's
Put your
you.
titty on the counter so I can show your titty.
I need to see your face with the titty so I know it's you.
Look. Look at you. Look at the
Bruh.
yeah, I mean,
shoulder.
I'm just saying it goes down. You know what I mean?
That was
Girl,
funny.
look, Ed said girls share everything. I'm
Yes,
telling you,
they
y'all be
do.
dry snitching on y'all mans and y'all
They
be
do.
knowing it. Y'all be letting all the females know how good your man
Mm-mm.
look and how good your man D is. Be
Oh
good.
God. Bitch,
Be
cause my
good.
man rich. Cause my man is. And then
What
they
was
be
you
curious.
look, they
Trying
be
to
like, what
find
was you
out.
doing last night? What was you doing last night? Bitch.
Let me tell you.
Let me
Look,
tell
you ready for
you.
this call?
Just
Because I
told
can't say it in the
everything.
text message.
Just told everything in that whole little bitch. Turned into Cookie
Exactly.
Monster.
And they
That's
know
it.
exactly what it
Right.
is when you say the bitch.
I was
There we
up
go.
late.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
Why
Hey,
was
I
you
was
up
up
late?
late.
can we move on to the next?
I didn't even go to sleep
Hell
until 5
nah.
o'clock
I
this
like
morning.
this shit.
They be like, bitch, I couldn't even walk straight after
Look,
bitch.
chat, you okay? Look,
Cat, you okay?
Y'all
You
are
okay?
so funny because y'all really talking like us girls do.
Hey, hey, Chris, you can put on there. You okay, bitch?
Hey,
Look,
Chris, hey, Miss Chris, you might as well just go on and hop in on there.
Cause
yeah,
She
Chris
by
gonna
herself. You asking if she okay, you might as well come
yeah.
on, hop in
Yeah, I'm
there,
okay. I'm just
get
laughing
her
because
back real
they
quick.
really
Hey,
got it
Christine, hey,
pinned. Like
get
they got
your
us
ass
pinned on
on,
this for
man.
real.
She don't
we
want she
know.
hey,
Trust.
she don't want that problem, huh?
Who?
Miss Chris,
Hey, because Chris gonna
she
come
don't
on
want
here.
that
Hey,
problem.
hey, we already know Chris. Chris gonna come on here and she gonna be
She
with
gonna
it.
light
Like,
this bitch up. She gonna
Come on, Chris. Almost said her real name.
Mhm.
all right, so next question. Uh
Oh my God.
I'll let what you call it? Oh, he's busy right now.
no,
I'll
I got
read
it.
it.
I
Okay,
got it.
go
I
ahead.
got it. I got
That's
it.
a
I got
juicy one.
it. Is it intimidating if a woman is more financial stable than her partner? And if she is, do the man has the ability to still lead the relationship without his ego being crushed? Good fucking question. Fuck. Hey, look, and hey,
I want
shouts out to my sister for raising this question. I give her kudos to that. It was like
yeah,
probably one
that's a great
of the
question.
questions to tonight.
Y'all don't want this problem. Hey,
Yeah.
Chris.
Talk is cheap. So
Use
guess
the
what? I
gas
got a
mask
dollar in my
tribe.
pocket. I can afford it. Talk is cheap.
Yeah, straight up.
And I'll let you guys go, but I really want to. Like, okay, I'll go, and I'll give you guys some. Maybe you guys can get something from
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
want to
saying, right?
hear. I wanted to hear
So,
your take on that.
uh, so just pick me up. That's all I'm saying. Like the vegetables to be at your level, and supposed to think. Okay, I fucked that whole comment up. They might
Hey,
have to.
just pick me,
Don't do it
just
again.
pick me up.
Okay,
Look,
go.
just pick me up. That's all I'm saying. Like the vegetables to be at your level. I don't know what the fuck you talk about. To be at your level, right? That's all. That's only supposed to make me level up. That's all I need to make me level up. So the
Okay,
nigga,
so
hey, what he
so
said, they
so
just pick me
let me
up.
get some. Hold that. So people, when you're commenting, we're reading it just like you said. Like we're reading it like.
Right. So if you
Hey,
if
so
you
we gonna
riding
tell
like a
we gonna
fan
tell you
trader,
we gonna tell you went to an LA school or Orange County school. If you
well,
had
that's a
school help, or you
that's
just
a
was in special ed, nigga.
that's a Pasadena school or
Hey,
a
look, no,
Georgia.
or you just gave up on life. One of
The
He
fuck?
went to, and what's crazy, he went to college and shit, but he be just like, that's like, you know how people be speaking as they type and shit. You know what I
right,
mean? But anyway,
yeah,
He was typing as he was speaking. Fuck
and
that.
then
I just like
big thumbs up,
we
cuz.
we got you, Jay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I tell my cash app. She
On
said
one
on one
condition,
condition.
and I'll send and Anto my cash app.
She asking for that paper, homie.
Nigga, run it. Hey, run that bread. Hey, and I ain't
she
mad
want that dollar. She want that dollar. I
at
told her.
So, is it intimidating if a woman is more financially stable than her partner? Well, if she's more financially stable than her partner, she should be with someone she's compatible with, or that's making more than her. But most likely in this world, because I'm breaking this question up, most likely in this world, women would tend to make more because of how the society is built as far as the work field for women. Right? It's easy
Right.
for a woman to achieve a job and kind of move up and things. And now she may say, no, the patriarchy, but the patriarchy only starts when you want to achieve certain levels, right? Just like men, for me to achieve that executive position, I got to go through scrutiny, just like a woman
Right.
will have to go through scrutiny. So it's not like there's this even playing field, right?
this level to the
Because
game.
right, it's just levels to the game, right? But women do become more financially because they're able to not so much of um they can take on more, right? Which is meaning like they can go get a job, file taxes, have kids. Now that's extra money in their pocket. You know what I mean? Oh, we ain't talk about that. Oh, they want no. Oh, right. So these are big financial moves that they're able to move by. Most women sometimes they are getting welfare money and they're working and they're getting other right. So they got so much assistance coming in from different places while having a job. It's like cool. That's one aspect. But then what about the women that actually work and work their way up in the business and start receiving 6 to 7 figures, right? Is it intimidating to the men that she's with? You know what I mean? Honestly, most men would say, oh no, if he's comfortable in himself, then it shouldn't be intimidating, whatever. I say it depends on how the woman is waving that money around. I have a video.
Exactly.
I have a video of a dude, no, of a woman talking about how when she gets paid, her check is deposited into his account
Yeah.
and he gives her an allowance every month, right? But the money is going into investments. The money is going into the house. The money is going into financial literacy.
What
The
is he
money is going.
contributing?
He must be a better
No, 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 no,
financial.
no. Wait. See. Check.
Oh,
This is great. This is great.
his
This is great.
boss.
No. This is great. This is great. You know what?
A
If
boss
his
has money to contribute
no, wait. I'm finna show you something. I'm glad
I
that.
said
Wait.
balls.
unless he's,
Check.
oh, I thought he
Balls.
said
Check. Let me
boss.
let me finish. Okay, his money is through his business account.
Okay.
So he actually have a company and he works. It's just
Okay.
that he's a better financer person. Now, he may not make as much as her because the way his independency is and the way his job is because of the amount of hours he has to work, right? but his wife went to school, and he
Okay.
paid for, or he helped her go to school, right? To go to school to get a bachelor's or something that gets her extra check. You know what I mean? An extra couple dollars on the check, right? So now she's making 60K, but he's pulling in about maybe 55 or 40, right? But
That
he's
sounds
working
like
hard.
teamwork to me.
Well, what I'm saying is he's able to financially maneuver things better. So honestly, it doesn't become like, oh, I make more money than
That's
you,
what I'm
I pay
saying.
the
It sounds
bill.
like a teamwork to me. Where she
Right.
lacks in knowledge, he picks up.
Right. So it's not
Where
bad.
he lacks in finances, she picks up. So it seems like it's a team effort to me.
But so I'm looking at it, it's not bad if he's paying, you know what I mean, everything, and the bills or her check goes to him. I mean, goes to,
I don't think it's
to the
bad.
parent.
I think you guys are missing the whole picture, because I think, Biz, you said it before. It comes down to two factors. Period. Point blank.
I was trying to finish, but go ahead.
Alpha,
I'm sorry.
beta male. Period. If you're alpha male, which it sounds like he is, he will be like, babe, no problem. You can be the breadwinner if you want to. Cool. Just bring me the bread so I know
Jacob
how
said
to
that.
get the shit, right? And beta male will be like, hey, babe, what do we do with this bread? Like, I'll sit back, or no. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. There is, when it comes to alpha females out there, you have to deal with them a certain way, but still doesn't mean you can't be alpha. I believe it comes down to being alpha and a beta male. Which one are you? Which one are you? Because you're not going to be intimidated by a woman. If my woman makes more money than me now, future, past, that for me, that don't stop shit. What that means is like, okay, now I'm thinking higher, I'm thinking bigger, I'm thinking better. I'm an alpha. Like, ain't nobody holding shit back. But a beta male will sit back and be like, oh, you know what, baby, you call the shots. You tell me what to do. Cool. I'm not built that way. Nah, I'll take some advice. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against alpha women, but
It's a lot wrong with alpha women, but I ain't gonna get on that. I'm just saying, in the financial part, when we looking at the finance, I just look at that as like, if a man is intimidated by by another woman's money, and that's his partner, you know what I mean? I
pick your
think
game
that's,
up.
you gotta pick your game up, bro, or just get out
game
the fucking game. You know what I mean? Just get out the ball game. Go find another woman that you can financially be
Find
stable
another
with.
one. You better go find a never
Job.
mind. When I say
But that's the easiest. That's the easiest form of pimping. You got, instead of having your woman sleep with somebody, she got a 9 to 5. Even better.
Right.
So, and the second part was, and if she is do the man has the ability to still lead the relationship without his ego being crushed? So and the reason why I broke that up is because I feel like this is it's a kind of, it's going conflating, right? It's kind of asking me the same thing, in the sense of like,
2-part question.
Right, it's a 2-part, but then it's asking me the same thing. Like if his ability to be intimidated by your finances, that shows you that he cannot he cannot lead in a way, like he's intimidated
if
by your
he
finances.
intimidated, his ego is crushed.
He's fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
He's beat that way, because what is a man without providing for his wife or his girl, or what I mean? That's like hard, like that's literally why we hunt and kill and do shit. Like, honestly, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy if he's going through that. Most likely, you know what I mean. Was never supposed to sit back as males. You know what I mean? We never supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, we're not supposed to sit back as males. But most likely, if you're intimidated by another woman's work ethic, then you need to get your work ethic up. You know what I mean? Or just get out the relationship and find a woman who has your
Or
level of
learn
work
from
ethic.
her. There's nothing wrong with a man learning from a woman on how to benefit any situation, whether it's for self or for the relationship.
That's a given.
It's the
Bombay. Doing that anyway.
It's a given, but it ain't given.
It's the Bombay. Sorry, guys.
That nigga
But
talking about white
so
pussy right
so
now.
so
The Bombay. So good.
she said, of course he can lead. If he's financially intimidated, that nigga can't lead shit. You already got him beat. Like, what is he gonna lead? You go punk him out when y'all go on a road trip.
But what if a
Right.
I
nigga's
got it.
down?
You know what I
What if
mean?
what if a nigga's
Some
down and he's not
that's
doing
what
good?
they want. They want to
What
be
if
able to
they're
do
not
that.
doing good? What if they're not doing good? But you know them to be great. You know them to be great.
Hey, I
but
tell
they're
you,
down.
hey, I give you a real story, right? So my life, I put my life in this, right? There was a time where I stopped touring. No money coming in. Shit money coming in, right? I
I
mean, not a
remember.
damn dime, right? My wife had to go to work. What I had to do, I had to figure it out. I had to fucking get my dollars up. I had to fucking go back to the drawing board. I ain't got no fucking degree, so it ain't like I'm gonna go to college and get spend all that time to do all that shit. You know what I mean? No, it's not gonna happen. So I gotta fucking pick up, my boots, stop crying like a little biatch, and get my shit on, right? And then once it happened, it's like all the world's turn. I got my own thing. I don't need. It's like now, like I tell people, like I don't need nobody's money. I got my own money. I pay my own rent. I pay this. I pay my kids shit. Like I got my shit set. I don't. I took the time out to do that. Now, what the great part was that she was willing enough to even deal. That's the great part. Now, whether we had to go through what we go through because of the kids being there, we're trying to keep the house together for the kids, and I'm still making things happen on the flip side. I would go off on the tour, right? And this was like when things started doing better for me, right? It was like 2018. 2018, that's when things started really picking up. I did my first sold out tour in America, and now I'm about to do my first sold out tour in Canada. And when I did that tour in Canada, the money that I got paid from that tour, guess what I did with it? Send it right back home. Instead of establishing myself as a man, period, because knowing a woman, she's going to ask for things, period. This is her life. Women need things throughout life. As men, we don't really require a lot. Honestly, men are so simple that women think we're complex, and we're the most simplest being on the planet. We want to eat,
It's
fuck,
like
sleep.
almost too simple. Like you
Yeah,
guys are
it's
almost too simple.
right,
And us women's, we tend to overthink.
right,
So
right.
that's yeah,
You know what I mean?
I see that.
And
Yeah,
I
but that shit
like
is vice versa though.
like,
I'm not trying
and
to
it's
hear
like,
that shit. Like that
but
shit.
it's
That shit
comments like
that's
this. It's
too.
like
That's too
check,
soft.
check,
Biz.
check.
Too
No,
soft.
no. Hear me out. It's comments like this that's like as you should. You know what I mean? But it comes off as a negative connotation because it's like as I should. Well, I could die. I should have did my own thing. I should have fucking divorced and went on, lived a whole nother life and build with another woman. Right? I should, as you should. We can use these statements for so much, but it's fucked up in the sense of like we can't have this type of like commentary when we're coming to a situation where we're understanding where the person is receiving humility and accountability on their own shit. You know what I mean? On their own
Mhm.
stuff. Like it's my fault that these things were turned this way, right? And I can sit here all day and be like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? My wife just did this. She, held down the blase and whoop de whoop and all the this, right? Not knowing, but she didn't understand my value. You get what I mean? Not knowing that she didn't understand I could bring in 100K within 3 months. You know what I mean? And understanding those things. If you guys aren't in key, see, I dumbed down myself for that shit, right? Because I'm not knowing who the person I'm with. I'm not understanding it. It took me 10 years to really kind of get it all in the cohesive package. You get what I mean? To like, I went through the building stage. I went through the mental illness stage. I went to the suicidal stage. I went to what the fuck I'm going through stage. Like, this is stupid as shit, right? But I had to
Mhm.
learn. Picked up my fucking bridges and got the fuck on, right? And it's like we should do so many things in our life that makes our life better, but we
Should.
choose not to sometimes. You know what I mean? Like we have where people are being intimidated by a gender's wealth. Like that shows you what level of you as a man if you're intimidated by a woman's wealth, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
I don't give a damn how much money you got. Like I honestly don't give a damn. I see you, Tone. I honestly don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn if a woman's making $100 million or $100,000. You know what I mean? I don't. It's not
And
like
look,
she
this is
doesn't. She's not gonna run my life. She's not gonna like continue to control shit. It's not happening,
you're
right?
fucking right.
It's not happening.
It's been a time. There's been a time I've been down, like just like you, and my significant other, like they go and they balling out, and I'm just down. I'm like, you know what I do? You know what I said? Now you're my sugar mama. And she understood it. And she understood it because she's like, yo, I think it really comes down, like I said, an alpha and a beta. Like an alpha could be down, just not on his right stride, right? Just having a bad year or a bad 6 months or a bad month or bad
Yeah.
if it matters. Something when the more I think the more greatness you have, the longer the badness is, right? Like if you like you got greatness, it can be everybody expect it to be like a week, but it'd be like a year. Like, yo, like nigga, I have years to build, so shit is built against me. So like when it comes to that, no, I look at like, yo, hey, don't worry. I will make. I have never been in a position where nothing is coming in. Nothing is coming. I've always been in a position where something is coming in. So I can't speak for the fact where there's just completely nothing. Well, I can for one spot, but I don't like to talk about that. But anyway, at the end of the day, when I think it comes out to being the alpha and the beta, and I think it's in like a lot of niggas, they try to fill alpha shoes and try to be beta. It's like, nigga, it's okay. It's all right. Cool. Go be a beta, dog. Like, go take care of your woman.
But what do Kat think? Does she think men are intimidated by a woman's finance?
Yes. They may not verbally say it, but yes. I've actually been in that situation where my finances made somebody a little uneasy. And I just had to put it in perspective. Like, look, like if we're in a serious committed relationship, we pull from the same bucket. Just as long as you're able to contribute in some type of way, whether it's, financially, even
But
just a
doesn't
little
that
bit.
get tiresome? Doesn't that
It
get
does.
fucking old?
It does, but that's where it comes into effect of me making a choice to either help him understand how to make better finances, or to leave the situation and just be able to move forward. Because I don't go into a relationship based off of somebody else's finances, because I take care of me by myself anyways. So
So you
you
don't need
having
no
your
man.
own
You don't need
finances,
no man, huh?
I wouldn't say that, because I do, but I more or less want a man because I don't need their finances, because I take care of myself. Like I have
You
all
need a
my
man
own things.
for his man things for being a man,
Exactly.
a
You're
real
picking
man.
up what I'm putting down. Yeah. But I
Okay,
know
well,
some people think that like being a man, it consists of like, finances. But at the same time, like it's, I don't think that that's like, you're right. You're nodding your head. No, I don't think that, because I don't look at a man
not
and be
behind
like, oh,
that.
he got money, I'm gonna mess with him. No, like I'm the type of person that like, it's cool that you're able to take care of yourself, and now we could do things for each other on the same, on the same level. But I know sometimes that's not the case.
You guys want to tune in? You can. I'm gonna let Kat keep expounding on, because I feel like we talked a lot. We talked a lot about this, and I want to hear Kat a little bit more. So I'm gonna let you keep expounding. The link will be inside the comment, people. If you guys want to go ahead and tune into the show and give your views, go ahead, Kat.
Okay.
Don't be shy,
Um,
man.
I feel like, why not build your partner up in a way that they probably haven't been able to experience? Like sometimes they never, they're expanding their qualities of what they want in a woman, but then they're lacking in some of their qualities and what that type of woman might want. So like, why not learn from that woman that you're trying to reach, and see if you guys can come on a common ground? Like I personally, I don't think money is like it is a factor, don't get me wrong, but it's not one of my major factors. Like if you treat me better than you not having money, I'd rather be treated better and still have my own money. Because like I said, I could do good and bad all by myself, but it's also a benefit to have somebody treat me right. you know? So I just don't think that, like, if you're able to pick up where you're slacking off at in other parts of a relationship, then why not? You know, and then eventually we can build from that. We can grow from that.
So I definitely agree with you in the sense of, you know, your opinion and how you think of that.
Mhm.
But do let's say this, do he still have the ability to lead the relationship?
Yes, because I will never take, I can't, I mean, to say you lead, I feel like both of us should be side by side. Like, what do you mean lead? Like, can you expand on,
What do you mean?
like, what do you mean lead? Like,
The
No,
being
man
a
should
man?
lead the
Yeah, I
relationship.
can't be a man. I'm not a man.
the
Right.
So
man should
definitely
lead.
yes.
The man is the head.
Yes, I will always, that will always be the situation for me because I'm not a man. I can't sit there and say I'm the man of this relationship and I'm not a man.
Not saying that. Not then that. Look, don't get me
No,
wrong.
I'm
I'm
saying
not taking
I
from the
get what
women,
you're
and I'm
saying.
not saying that. And I'm not saying that the women shouldn't have a say so or shouldn't.
No, I know what you're saying by, like, you
But
know, I don't have, like, I can't do things a man can do in a relationship because I'm not a man. And I would never take that away from my significant other that I so called care about and belittle him as a man because he's slacking off in one area or even a few areas. Now, I could determine if I don't want to deal with that anymore, but I will never belittle you as a man because you don't have the finances at the time or you don't have the mentality to learn how to get those finances. And if I'm
right,
able to assist you and get you to that point, then I would be doing my job properly as your girlfriend or your wife or your significant other.
right.
But I'm not gonna kick you while you're down. Like, who does that? Especially if you
A lot of
supposedly care
women.
about this
A
person.
I
lot
was
of
gonna
And that's
women.
say
sad. And
they
it's
do it.
sad. And it's
It
not even
happens.
spoken upon a lot. But I'm not one of those women. I'm not the type of person that I'm gonna acknowledge all your achievements. I'm gonna make sure that you know that it's seen and I could see all your hard work. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a perfect person. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and say that I'm like, oh, I don't ever fuck up, because I do. Like, I do. Like, let's just be real. Like, it's human nature. That's what we all do.
I was gonna
But
say people fuck
if
up.
I'm able to benefit my significant other, definitely I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I can to help them either
See, I
become
think
a
that's
better person, a
And you
better
know what's
human, a better
crazy?
man, a better whatever.
I think that's
And
why a
you know
lot of
what's
black women
crazy?
hate white women. It's
But you
because
know what's crazy? But you know what's
they're
crazy?
open.
I always
That's
think
real
that
shit.
women always like they want to hold down a man. Like they don't mind going out and buying some nice shit and buying this and shit like
And
that.
I'm
You
a
know what I
giver
mean?
before I'm a receiver. Or, like, I like to give. I rather give gifts than receive them. So, like, I don't mind going out and, like, I'm going shopping for myself and wind up buying something for him. You know what I mean? Like, just to make them feel better about themselves or feel like, that they've been thought of, or, like, I know I'm supposed to go out for me, but I grabbed you a little something, something. Here you go. Like, like, it's not.
Right. Right. I feel you. I feel you. And I want to go to our um yes, Walt.
Comments.
When Walt said yes, you know what I mean. I feel the same way. Yeah. If a man is intimidated by his woman's finance, then he is not a man. He is a boy whom is also insecure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's hold on.
Yeah. I mean,
But hold on.
I feel that. I mean, I get you. I think that's politically correct. You know what I mean? That's very politically correct.
Yes.
Um, but is it an actual definite? Could he be insecure just because he's like overwhelmed by her finance? I think an insecure has more to like, oh, I can't do it. I can't make as much money as she can. So it's like, no, he's just not applying himself. You know what I mean? And that's how
What
I
does
look at it.
every person say? What word is not in a man's vocabulary?
And not what like I can't.
Can't, right? Can't
Yeah.
is not in a man's vocabulary. So that means if I can't live up to her standards, they are correct in the comments that that is a little boy. Because
Well,
if you're
he
sitting around
can't
saying,
live
I
up to
can't
her
live up to
standard.
this, I
Then
can't
why
live
the
up to
fuck she
that,
get with him? Then why the fuck she get with him? If she knew this in the
Right.
because
beginning,
motherfuckers
why?
put on
It's like
facades,
it's like
okay?
it's
What's
like
wrong with living up
no, no,
to?
no, no, no,
What's
no,
wrong
no,
with?
no, no. It's like you knew this nigga couldn't afford that shit, or you knew he didn't have that type of lifestyle, but you still did it, expecting him to have the lifestyle, like because you wanted to make
No,
him
see,
better.
no, because when
And
you
the
put an
woman can't make a
expectation on,
man. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead, finish.
A woman can't make a man better in a sense like that. Like, well, I'm gonna help you out, do this, and I'm gonna help you do this, and it's like until he's ready, right? And I
Exactly.
get like the insecure part, the you know what I mean, the but if it's if he's intimidated, okay, well, for me, I couldn't look at that. My situation, I wasn't intimidated. It was more so me trying to rebuild my own shit. So it wasn't like an intimidation thing. I didn't give a fuck about her money, honestly. You know what I mean? And that's crazy because we're gonna do a live and she gonna tell y'all like he doesn't care about my money at all. Like it's weird. We have talks about it. Like I tell him like, hey, how about we use the money I'm getting, blase blase, to pay for merchandise, so to buy more or to buy more marketing dollars or whatever. And I always tell him, nah, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. You know what I mean? Because it's a sense of ability that I have as a man to be able to do that, to be able to provide for my family, to be able to home that. Now, you're right. If a war happens, something happened to me. I mean, if shit happens and I can't be able to get up, I need to have a woman that's strong enough to go out there and be able to do it. And that's so true. When it's that time, you know what I mean? But as a man feeling intimidated by another woman's finance, it really shows who they are, honestly.
I
But
have a question.
that man needs to fucking level up, you know what I mean? And I don't think the insecure is the like it's the accurate thing. I think that's a very good political way of like attaching to a woman's nature is by saying it because women love saying like, oh, he just insecure. You're just insecure about yourself. You don't know yourself. You don't understand it. This and it's like that's very pandering into me. You know what I mean? To me, it's kind of feel a little bit panderish. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, well, he's not so much insecure. He just has to. He just needs to go out and meet other men who are leveling up. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, I want a woman. A woman would say, well, I want to teach my man some finance because I know great at finance. And like, yes, that'd be a great thing to assist him with. You know what I mean? But he
I have
has
a
to grow as a.
question.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you said that like, why did she get with him if she knew his finances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did she get with him if like he was intimidated by her finances?
Right.
How long are you in a relationship until you start speaking about each other's finances? Because I don't go off bat and be like, yeah, I make X amount of money each week and blah 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 yada yada yada.
I get you because I get what you're going. It's like, well, how do you know how much money he got if you guys just start talking, blah blah,
Right.
right? But
Right.
motherfucker, you could tell, Kat. You could tell if look, maybe women need to listen to more men to see how men are, so they can understand when they see a fake when they see one, and
Right.
that's why it's like, well, no, nah, bitch, you don't need to listen, no man, you could do it yourself, bitch. If he got this, it's like, well, how what other better way to know a person other than talking to that specific sex, right? Like if I want to know women, I would go and talk to women a lot, or I would be around women to
Right.
understand how they maneuver and think and yada yada yada, right? And it's
Right.
like, well, women don't do the same with men. They more so go conversate amongst women, and they get a woman's point of view of men.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
it's like, well, how would you know if he had any money if everything you saw talk from a woman was like, well, if he can hold a conversation, if he got good eyes, if he got good this, and it's all presentation, fairy tale bullshit that tends to die out as you get old.
I'm
You get what I
back,
mean?
man.
So, and those are the things I'm saying. Like when a woman is being approached by a man, you know what I mean? Most good men wouldn't necessarily approach you. Like they would kind of find other ways because they're what I mean, they're scared you might be already taken. Like it's a touchy thing, you know what I mean? From a man who really wants to talk to you, you know what I mean, you might be taken. So he want to come at this a little bit right, you know what I mean? Da, 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 da. Those are signs that you can kind of tell, you know what I mean, of over a dude who just straight up like, hey, ma, you know what I mean? You look good. Well, man, we'll get this back
Right.
popping, boom, blase, you know what I mean? And it's like that's red flags, but women ain't gonna listen to that because he got all the attraction. He's showing that he's into me. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what is he into? You know what I mean? And
I
women are not.
instantly feel like when people try to get at me like that, like, oh, I want to do this, that, you instantly got something and like you trying to drag me down with you, and I don't want that. Like, you're doing too much too soon, bro. Like,
But
I
what
don't even
about
know
the
your
smooth
name like that.
guys? What about those smooth guys? Those slick jiggers.
They don't do nothing for me. I'm like, oh, you're too slick.
Nigga,
You're too slick. Your mouth is you got a cold piece on you, and I don't trust it. You probably talk to everybody like that.
But that's why they call slick jiggers, because you don't know they're slick until they get into your bed or they get into your house.
That's true.
I get it. I'm gonna be frank with you. I get a lot of flack for the way I come at women and the way because women, a lot of women think I be like woman bashing and shit, and I don't. I just be like, hold some fucking accountability, because you go do that shit with me. You know what I
Chicken.
mean?
That's true.
You go tell me I ain't shit. You go tell me I need to get my shit up. Well, cool. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You gonna tell me when I'm falling off. I'm gonna tell you when you falling off. But it's wrong, right? I'm considered a sexist. I'm considered misogynistic when I say that. Oh no, I want this type of quality. I want this type of work ethic from you. You right? I'm considered, you know what I mean, a misogynistic person, or you're foul because you have those standards. Oh, you want women like this? Oh, you're what they call it, you're
Chauvinistic.
uh huh?
Chauvinistic.
A sexist.
Chauvinistic. I was reading the comments. I'm sorry. I literally chauvinistic. I get a lot. They were like, "You so chauvinistic." It's like, no. I just understand, like, women want something. Like, women want to feel beautiful. And that beautiful comes in many different forms. It comes with literally operating in her femininity, right? She's not fucking touching anything masculine. Like, I think women should like think it's think I feel women should like think it's a fucked up situation for you to want me to go out and pick up that boulder. But you got women like, no, I can pick up boulder because I'm a woman. I'm just as strong as a man. And it's like, no, let that man fucking pick up that boulder. Don't put your pretty fingers on that shit. Like, you
Right.
too pretty for that shit. Like, get your head off that shit. Like, look, come on. You know what I mean? We had a podcast earlier where one of our cousins was like, that men would like boys would tell her to open, like, yeah, don't open the door, like, you know what I mean? Don't let men open your doors. Now, men are telling her that don't let men open your doors because you strong, you a strong black woman, right? You could do it on your own, right? You strong, you independent, you don't need nobody, blah, 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 right? And I'm like, I'm telling her, don't believe that shit. You know what I mean? If he don't open your door, that's red flags. He didn't
Chivalry's
come.
dead.
He didn't come from good flock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just, you know what I mean, I don't. To go back to your question, I don't think it's. I think men who are in that position needs to be around other men who are working and thriving, so they can understand that. Because men, we don't hold no, like I keep the same flag towards men towards I keep towards women. You know what I mean? And I don't think it should be like, I feel men should level up with other men and women should level up with other like-minded women. You know what I mean? If you want to be married with a beautiful, successful family, then go be around women who have that actual lifestyle. You know what I mean? I see women who are more happy with having a baby with a man than to be married. And they think that having a marriage is more responsibility than just than being a single mother.
No.
I'm like, what the? And when you see that, that shows you like, okay, something is wrong here. You know what I mean? Something
Right.
is wrong here. Something is fucking wrong here. Women are like, well, I'm not getting
Definitely.
married. I want to get married. There's a woman on TikTok the other day with crying. She's 30 years old. She's crying because she can't find someone to like really marry her and lock her down when she's very successful. She has money and da 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 da. And that's to show women, men don't care about your money. And they think we do. They think men, look, if we care about your money, then there would be a lot of men literally said, hey, check this out. I'm about to find me a woman that got bread right now and marry her. There'll be a lot of men doing it. That's not taking wildfire.
Nah,
Niggas
the
ain't doing
only
that.
men that care
Niggas
about
ain't doing that.
is pimps.
But even pimps, even you got simp ass niggas. Like, I'm talking about players, right? Not simps, players, right?
Same thing.
Right? Even players, like, you know what I mean? Even that's a small group of people. It's not a mass majority of them who's
Damn
running to
hustlers.
women with
Damn
money.
hustlers.
You know what I mean? So that tells you majority men are not after women with money. You know what I mean? And then a woman with money want a man with money and make it 3 times much more than her. And it's like, well, if you're making 6 figures, how much this man got to make? And they're like, well, he got to make at least 300,000 or 400,000 if I'm making 6 figures, right?
Right.
That nigga ain't searching for no woman who's making 100,000. That nigga searching for the woman who's working at Mickey D's because she's submissive. He ain't gotta go through this fucking ego shit with her, this whole money trip, right? Because you can do the same thing he can do. So he can get up and you can get up and leave whenever the fuck you want to. Take off with the kids, because you got your wealth. So a man of some type of stature, wealth, he's not trying to take those type of deals, and most likely they don't. They generally marry women that's not making as much as them. You know what I mean? because they want to be the provider. Like it's her job to just be beautiful. Just be beautiful in your aura and just let me be me. You know what
And
I
I
mean?
guess that raises the question to women: are women able to be the breadwinner and also be the true nature of a woman when it comes to the household?
Wow.
Can you be a
Because one
breadwinner
gotta give. One gotta
and a
give.
woman of the household?
Why
Because
does
you
it
can
have to be either or? Why can't it just like, why can't you guys both like be like on, I mean, I don't want to say like the same level, because obviously like I personally don't want to be on the same level as my significant other when it comes to like running the household. Like I expect you to be, I don't want to use the word expect because I really hate that word, but I
I feel
would.
like the breadwinner runs the household.
I don't think so. Because my great grandfather,
absolutely
he
not
made money and he wasn't like, you know what I mean? He wasn't like,
the
like
breadwinner, but
no, he was the breadwinner, but he wasn't like maneuvering shit around the house like, hey, y'all get over here and da da da, the leader and all of this shit. Like he was a great leader in the sense of making sure that we was provided for, making sure we understood, making sure man
I
knew
think
his
everybody
role,
has their own
right?
role as far as a
And
leader goes.
right, but I understood like the house, that's the in a sense, like yeah, that's our kingdom, that's where we will whoop, but that's the woman's domain in a sense. Like to me,
Hmm.
like I mean, that's on my own theory. Now everybody could be wrong, they say I'm wrong about that. But honestly, like if I bought the house and we in the house and we live in, I still feel like it's yours because you go decorate it, you gonna make it
Take
comfortable, you gonna
care
make
of
it
it,
suitable. You
clean,
know what I mean?
make it
So
a home. Yeah.
right, you know what I mean? I believe the woman sets that, you know what I mean, timbre of home. So, I'm looking for a husband. I could be the breadwinner. And you know what's so crazy? You got dudes out here that would do that. They have no problem being that. Like, I'll be the stay-at-home dad and you can go work. But I always say that, work is made for shoulders, not hips. So, you know what I
Say it
mean?
again.
You know, work is made for shoulders, not hips.
Mhm.
yo,
So,
yo, 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 Kat, I got somebody that's watching you real close right now. They like, yo, let me see what she talking about. Like they hit me on my back end. I'm like, all right, dude, like get in there and ask the questions.
so what about you, Kat? Are you looking for a husband and you'll be the breadwinner?
I I'm look. I mean,
Ask it
I,
correctly. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
I'm
because
trying to I'm
she
trying to put it
stuttered too
into
hard.
words.
She swallowed the words. That's what
No,
happened.
I didn't. Shut up.
That's him.
Um,
That's him. That's him.
I do want eventually to have a husband, but I want us to both contribute in multiple ways than
Go
just
bring that
one.
up.
Financially, yes, I would want my husband to be the breadwinner. But I want to have my own bread as well to be able to, join in on that. I think that
Women
as a
cannot just be
husband,
taken care of. Women
huh?
just cannot be. Y'all just can't be taken care of, right? Right?
Sure
I'm
Like,
can.
sorry, but when
like
my dad passed away at a young age, I seen my mom have to figure it all out from scratch. So like I'm saying, anything could happen.
So,
I need to make sure that
so,
I'm able
so
to take
that should
care of myself in any
put you in a
situation.
better position to be like, you know what? I want to fall back, take care of me, nigga. Cool.
I mean, if
And
I want to one day, then I could say that, like, hey, I just want to chill a little bit, like I can understand that. But
so so
I just seen so
gotta
many
ask the
situations
person.
where there's so many women who depend on the man to take care of them, and then poof, one day some people's feelings change. Something happens, like, a passing, or anything can happen. I need to make sure that I'm able to take care of
Yeah, but that
myself
doesn't mean
I'm
and
taking
gonna
have
let
their
you
any day.
care of
finish.
your business, not have your ducks lined out in a row. That doesn't mean that. Yo, for a nigga to take care of you, let him take care of you. That doesn't mean stop what you gotta have on this
I
end.
never
And
said that though. I said, of
No,
course,
she
I
that's
would
said
what
want
she
my
niggas
man
wants
to be
to.
the
saying. Like,
breadwinner.
Right.
you
I'm
I
the
have
would
one
want
that
my man
I'm
to be
the
the
one.
breadwinner, but I would still want to be able to bring bread to the table as well too.
bet.
You know
So
what I mean? Like, I
and
don't want to feel like I'm just sitting here making babies and cleaning houses. Like, I don't want to feel that way. I
no,
want to
no,
be
no.
able to
See,
go
that's
to
not the
work, come
art of it.
home,
See,
and take care of
I
my
think
household.
when women pick a guy, they should ask the guy what's his vision in his life, because he will let you know what's his vision. If he don't have a good vision that you ideally like, wow, I like that.
Mm.
Don't fuck with that dude, because
Don't.
it's not gonna turn out to how you want it. You know what I mean? Like literally,
Real
ask
shit.
the dude what's his vision. Like, do you have a vision like for your life or anything like that?
And
You know what
don't
I mean?
just place yourself in his vision. Don't be
Right.
like,
Right.
don't make yourself available in his vision if you don't fit in his vision, because you'll be like, there'll be all kind of flags. Be like, yo, I don't fit in your vision, and you be like, well, I can make it work
And
because
you'll become a side piece. You become a fling. You
quick.
become a
Man,
I'm just giving
red
you
beans and
straight,
rice.
hey, I'm just giving you straight facts, and it's hard, like it's hard truth, but like when a
It's
woman,
be
like
right.
when a man finds her, he like literally locks everything down. Like he like, cool, I'm cool. I got my lioness, fuck
Straight up.
everything else. Like
Straight
honestly.
up.
And a lot of times that come with the woman I ideally identifying with the man's ideals. You know what I mean? If you guys don't
Yeah.
have the same
Exactly.
ideals in life, or if you don't like his vision in life, you know what I mean, then it shouldn't be like, you know, like I always say, like I tell my wife, like, look, I want you to just be you, feminine, how you want to be, da 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 da, live how you want to live. But I want you to be have the like I want you to have the leverage of, you know what, I want to go work. You can do that if you want to, not because you need to.
Right.
That's the two
And
different
that's
things.
great. But what Chris said,
And
Chris
go
Figueroa
ahead,
said,
go ahead.
men have no problem dating down. They will date
Facts.
that hairstylist or waitress making 25 to 35K a year. Women only date up.
Yep, that's what I said earlier.
Men do not care about how much you make. Great shit, Chris.
I said the same thing. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
Chris.
telling y'all. I'm telling
Salute,
y'all.
bro. Hey, great shit.
Angie said not all women, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Miss Chris says,
Thank you.
shit.
I love the battle. I
You
love
know what
the
I mean? It's the tribe, man. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. This is the Gasmask Tribe TV podcast where we feel talk that bullshit.
bullshit.
And
Yes,
you know, Chris
sir.
Chris definitely, you know, he was actually said what I was saying the billboard the whole night, like when, you know, women in finances and men in finances, like we date down, women date up. We'll go date the chick at the McDonald's to, you know, register. And y'all be like, why he just can get the girl that's who's the lawyer, da 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 da. Well, the ones that's the lawyer, she's too fucking much. You know what I mean? She's masculine. She's
Man.
around men all day. You know what I mean? So she come home with that shit. You know what I mean? Women don't know how to turn it off. A lot of women, you know what I mean, maybe do. I don't know. But most women don't know how to turn it off. They don't know how to turn off the masculinity when they get home. And that becomes a real issue in the home. And then you get divorced and all of this shit. You know what I mean? And that's something that we can literally block. You know what I mean? And like I was saying earlier, women, I don't know if you've done it. You probably have, whatever the case may be. But honestly, check out the man's vision first. When y'all dating, ask him what he want to do in life and see if you fit in that. And if you don't fit in that shit, don't fucking try to force yourself in there, because then it just becomes like some forced issue. Like it just be, you know what I mean? And then you have to notice when a man is a beta too, because sometimes they'll just, okay, cool, fuck it. You know what I mean? They really don't want to be there. Like,
Whatever you want, honey.
whatever you want, honey. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have to watch
Yes,
that type
ma'am.
of stuff. You know what I mean? You have to watch that. And most women, like, cool, I'm cool with that. I'll take a yes, man. I don't worry. As long as I'm with somebody who can defend for me when things are in harm's way. I get that. You know what I mean? I understand that. You know what I mean? More power to you. So, but anybody have any last words before we head out of here? And I would like to thank everyone for commenting, tuning
Niggas,
in.
we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I said notice. I didn't. I
Oh,
thought notice was
oh,
trying to say something. That's why.
oh. But I really thank everyone for chiming in, talking. Please, the link is below. If you would like to come in and, you know, say your views, that'd be really great. The link is inside the comments. So if you look through the comments, people, you will see the link that says the StreamYard link, and it will be there so you can chime in and tune in with us. And if you're on your mobile phone watching, the link will pop up on your mobile phone, and just tap in the corner where it says go to desktop, and you'll be right in the back office with us. And we'll give about maybe like a couple minutes before we head out of here. But any last words, Katt? How you feel about the finance part? You still want to be the be the
Yeah, she do.
breadwinner
Never
too?
said I wanted to be the breadwinner.
No,
I
no.
just
No,
wanted
no.
to
She
bring
said
a
she
little
No,
want
I
her
was saying
man
butter
to be
to
the
help.
bread.
breadwinner.
I was saying help be the breadwinner. Help be the.
Yes. Why not have two sources of income in one home? Why not? Less more money. More money to travel with, more money to go on vacations, more
What
money
the
to spend on
comments
the
say?
I'm
kids.
gonna sit back with this bucket of chicken and just watch you
Man,
work.
is that crispy? Is that crispy?
It's KFC.
I know, but is it the crispy or
Yep.
original?
You already
Crispy
fucking know.
fire, boy. That crispy boy.
So people, stay right there. People, stay right there. I want you guys to stay on the live. I am not tuning out. I'm just playing a quick commercial. We hitting our after hours before we head out. Chia, stay right there, people. Y'all better not go nowhere.
Yeah.
So that was some bomb ass chicken you had right there. It looked bomb.
Oh my God.
You know me, I
Yeah,
like
y'all like it.
I like eating on camera. I show my shit. I don't give a fuck. Hey, one of these motherfuckers gonna give me a deal.
Hey, this nigga need to start doing mukbangs.
Sponsors and shit.
Look,
Look,
one of these
mukbang.
motherfuckers gonna give me a deal. Look, just do it. Fuck like bullshit.
They gonna say he was fucking our chicken up.
Yeah.
Did you see that black guy eating our chicken?
Yeah, retarded.
I'll get on that Super Bowl commercial like, nigga, chicken is good.
Chicken good. Hey, y'all got the mashed potatoes? Where's the watermelon?
Huh?
Hey, that's like old boy
A
that
proud sponsor of the Golden Knights.
Hey, that's like old boy that called in and was talking shit.
Hey, Tone, stop. Don't, nigga, go ahead. I
We
got
could
this.
do the smoking junk. I know. We can have a little smoking jokes.
No, I got no, Tone good. No, I was just saying, he was infringing. He was infringing right now. Like, nigga, I got this. Okay, cool. Yeah. When I need you, I got you. You know what I'm doing.
Hey,
Back to the ticket.
yeah, I gotta tomorrow. I gotta, have a big meeting with you guys. We got some big things popping. We got some big clowns, the big dance clowns coming through. Another fat ass busy. Yeah, dance clowns.
I'm trying to
Yeah, we got
smoke,
some dance clowns
man.
coming through.
Hey,
They're coming
bet
on the
that boy,
podcast.
big up the
They're gonna
walk.
be dancing on the podcast and all that. Huh?
I see you walk, Keys.
Hey, Walt Keys, where you at, Walt?
Where you at though, nigga? Are you bullshitting?
He probably ain't trying to show that gap.
Let me see that head. You ain't got your teeth in right now? You forgot your dentures?
Hey, that was Tone, not me. That was Tone, not me. So no, we're clear. We're clear. Yeah, I told you, nigga.
Hey, so Katt, you got a lot of tattoos.
I do.
want to ask you about that.
I do. I have a lot.
You got some on your hand?
How many is a lot?
Oh, the elephant, the Hindu elephant. Hey, okay. What's the other one? You got one on your other hand?
That shit going away.
I got my whole, I got like my arm done.
Damn, gangster.
I have up here done. I have a fat ass lion on my arm. Let
me see ass. Let me see a tramp stamp.
No, I'm not showing my ass on here.
I'm not showing my tramp stamp.
I have like a bunch of little ones.
Not ass.
I have a bunch of them on my legs, my hips, my thighs.
Right?
Hey, Walt said great combo.
For sure.
Yes, sir, ski. Only the best. Only the best.
Only got a couple tattoos.
You got a necklace
on my hair.
I have one behind my ear. Right here. I think it's on this side. I don't know. It might be.
Porn star. That's a porn star tattoo.
Behind my ear and my hairline?
That means you like pain. That means you
crazy.
Like pain.
This actually okay. So the tattoo right here.
I was gonna say, nigga, I'm not a porn star. I got one, nigga.
Yeah, yes, I think I was there for that one. But no, this one actually felt the best.
You ain't lying to nobody, but
hey, nigga, what life is you living in?
I'm not a porn star.
The one behind the ear felt the best though. That was the best feeling tattoo.
Felt the best. See, that's that freaky shit.
Now this shin, they can have that. They can have the shin. The shin on
felt amazing. Yeah, okay.
You have a fucking needle vibrating back of your ear.
Yeah.
I can't even put Nigga, y'all some crazy ass motherfuckers. There ain't no way.
That shit, it just hit different.
What about the one on the side of my? I got one on the side of my face right here.
Look, I know your gag reflex hit different too.
You heard me?
Lord.
You heard me?
Dang.
Hey, no disrespect. I like Katt.
Don't tell nobody. Hey, don't be out here. Hey, don't be out
I
here.
got a gas mask right here.
Don't be out here telling men how good you are.
Hey,
I said the tattoo. That was it. That was all. Y'all had y'all reception.
That's what niggas think about, white niggas.
Duh.
Whatever you insinuate and come up in your brain is not affiliated with what I said about me liking this tattoo feeling on the back of my ear back here.
Yeah, okay. What other feeling you like in the back of that ear?
Oh Lord.
That's how guys think. Damn it. God damn.
What tattoo hurt the most on you guys?
You want to see?
Yeah.
You sure you want to see?
Hold on. They said I have a hard. I think it's hard for women to be submissive if they are breadwinners, depending on the situation. Damn, that's a big one.
Yeah, but being a submissive woman doesn't just come from financially stable.
I gotta respect that because that's a big one. That's a big one because that's huge. I think it's hard for women to be submissive.
That's what she said.
You don't think it's hard for women to be submissive?
No.
If they're
you could be submissive for more than one other reason than just finances.
Man, it's hard for women to be submissive, period.
It's hard for you to get a woman to be submissive.
That's the problem.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No.
Hey, and why y'all going on that? Why y'all going on that? Chris said men have tramp stamps too.
What man? You want to see mine?
Chris,
you're right. You want to see mine?
She's not lying. But we not in Ohio or Oklahoma.
I was going to say because I about to say you the damn right she lying because I ain't got one of them. That's some gay shit right now. I don't know if I can do that.
Hey, no, she might be referred to LA too, nigga.
Damn.
These niggas out here is crazy. Like,
oh wow.
Typically, what you say? Typically speaking, breadwinner is decision maker. Sure. That's not all the.
Do you say sure as like sarcastically?
I'm saying sure. You can take that however you want it.
No, sure. But like no, that's a serious question though. Like how? Like are
no
you
pun
like?
Intended. All pun intended. He had to. He dodged that one right there.
You did. That was good. I'm
he did the he was looking like Neo. He's like Neo for the Matrix.
Off the live later, okay? We can have that conversation off the live.
No. It's a good question.
Chris said no. It depends if she loved correctly.
If she is loved correctly, man.
Thank you. If somebody is loved correctly, she could be submissive without the finances. Because being in love does not consist of having finances to follow. For me, at least. Let me not speak on everybody. Facts. Like I said, your finances have nothing to do with me. So I could be submissive if I'm treated correctly.
Look, check this out. Hold on, let me stop all this bullshit. Check this out, man. Yeah, it's about to go down. If you gotta stop being submissive to be with a nigga, get the fuck out the room. Just leave that nigga. If you gotta stop being submissive just to be with this nigga, get the fuck out the room. Fuck that nigga. It's that simple. Like I'm not gonna demasculate myself just because you got good pussy. Bitch, what up, man? Fuck out here, man. Hey, what? Jeez.
Oh, because Brody came through.
And Joaquin said it's hard for some women, but there are some that will be submissive and breadwinners.
Mm-hmm.
Be clear, nigga.
Man,
I need to smoke. Yeah, I did.
That nigga's smoke, my nigga. Hey, smoke.
I ain't even lit it yet.
Look, Stony Luck says that's simple.
Did you say you need a lady check?
Yeah, I ain't even like mine yet. I'm talking about some ready to smoke.
Stony
Goofy nigga.
says that simple. Yeah, it is that simple, man. Like it's not hard. It's really not hard. And women think they could be able to change this nigga so she could become back who she. What the fuck? If you got to stop being something to become something else, get the fuck out the room. You know what I
But
mean?
Absolutely.
It's not a job, right? It's not like a job. Like a job, you got to tailor make because you need to pay bills. So I get it. You got to work with emotion, right? Women may have to become more masculine to stay at the job because they're more. The job intensifies it. I get it. Cool. Whatever you gotta, you know what I mean. But that does not apply when a woman is like have to stop being a woman with a man. Like how does I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. You know what I mean? So wait a minute. If you have to stop being submissive with the man, just notice and get out the
Due
room.
to
Because wait,
the finances.
because obviously you don't respect him. You get what I mean?
Facts.
Obviously, you don't respect
Facts.
him enough. You know what I mean? To even try to like, you know what I mean? I get it. But if you hey, that's just it's just simple. It's just that simple. It's just like just look, if you don't want to go through the hassle of, you know what I mean, getting back to where you guys were, then just get out the room. You know what I mean? Don't go through marriage, don't have kids, don't bring kids into this, and now this whole lifestyle is all fucked up now because you
All
got
fucked
kids.
up.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It just doesn't make sense. Got to take care of home too. Period. Right. You know what I mean? Right.
Absolutely.
Right. You know. I don't know.
Definitely.
Maybe I would just like
You
chatter.
kind of went on a rant. You
Yeah, I
went on a
did.
little
I
bit of
did.
a rant, but it was a
Yeah,
good rant.
I went a little
It
bit.
was a good rant.
You know. I don't know. I let you guys expound around. What y'all think of that? What's your guys' thoughts of that?
I mean, hey, I totally agree.
bro, hey, I would tell you like this:
What?
my phone is blowing up.
Huh?
My phone is going off the charts. I'm like, shit.
Oh, director. But I
I'm
mean,
like, what?
yeah, I mean, I'm just going back to like expounding back on what I was saying. Like, I think I mean, you find it a lot. I'm not gonna say all women, but I mean, it's common. It's very common, you know, to find women that look down on being submissive. They think it's uncool to be. I mean, because look at the world nowadays. You listen to Megan Thee Stallion, you listen to Cardi B. They talking about being that alpha female, and a lot of these women are getting misled and getting it misconstrued and getting that picture painted that that's the type of woman that they supposed to be when you supposed
Right.
to be more conservative. You supposed
And
to
you
be
know what,
more
Tom? And you know
respectful.
what,
Yo,
Tom? The women that you're talking about, a third of them are married. That's
hey, and
cold.
that's the hard truth. That is the hard truth.
Cold piece of work.
Hard truth, I can say that from experience.
You know what? You know what's even worse? You know what's even worse? You know what's even worse? Even if they're the breadwinner, they still give their fucking dude the utmost respect. Or they're not even mentioned. They just leave them, let them do them. And they just
Right.
run the limelight or they do whatever they do and they leave their guy and whatever. And in most cases, you don't even know who the fuck they are. You're like, that's that nigga.
And honestly, to add to that, because I want Katt to expound on that, you know, on what I said about just if you can't be submissive with him and you have to like bulk up, then just go, right? And I mean that in a sense of I wouldn't even talk about finances in a way. I was just meaning that period, right?
Okay.
Because your finances shouldn't equate with your
Submissive.
femininity, right? Your femininity has nothing to do with your fucking finance. Has nothing to do with your finance. I've seen women not make a fucking dollar and give the best advice to their man who's a millionaire. You get what I mean? And so those are things like we have to look at as very powerful. And those women are beyond taken care of. Because a man never forgets who take care of him. Period.
Yeah.
It's like in our
But I
genetic bloodline. We just can't. You know what I mean?
but I mean I agree with like the whole submissive thing though. Like I don't disagree that like, you know, even if I'm a breadwinner, like, or whatever the case may be, like, actually, I should still be able to be submissive as long as, like, submissive doesn't come from just, like, being taken care of financially. If you could take care of my mental, if you could take care of me spiritually, if you could take care of me, like, emotionally, not just financially. Like, it's easy to become submissive to a man who takes care of you and treats you properly.
Yeah, but you're speaking from one.
It should come naturally though.
It should come naturally, right?
See, but that's you men. That's where the men come in expecting that from a woman.
That's not.
That doesn't give us anything to offer to be submissive about. But I have been in a situation where I was submissive to a man who didn't deserve it. And that's what taught me to where, like, you can't just be submissive with any and everybody.
No, how
the man has to make me want to be submissive than to just hand it to you. Like, here you go. Like, here's
how
submissive.
long did you stay with him until you were not submissive? Matter of fact,
I was submissive with him even after we broke up, until I decided that was no longer healthy for me. When I tell you I would literally do any and everything with this person, I would.
Well, I don't think it's so much of a I don't think submissiveness is so much of a doing for him. And I think that's
what I'm saying is, like, I was like submissive when in my situation of being submissive, like I would like I feel like submissive, if I'm correct, submissive is in a sexual form, right? When you guys are in, that's the way I would view it, visiting.
Negative.
But wait,
you're a freak.
Okay, Kanye, let me finish. You know, Taylor Swift trying to talk. Kanye.
Okay, we sorry.
Damn.
But
I mean, I was just gonna try and explain it if you didn't understand.
I know, but I just want to make sure that I'm covering all bases, so maybe you don't have to explain it.
We sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay. But I feel like being submissive in like the bedroom kind of comes with also being taken care of. Like, I don't think I've ever been put in a position to be submissive outside of the bedroom. So then, yes, I would want you guys to explain that to me on how to be submissive outside of the bedroom.
I like that comment right there. Real quick before I expound on that, I feel it should be naturally too. Yes. Well, basically, I'm gonna tell you. Because I mean, I feel like it should become natural, because that should be the way of like a woman's nature. If it's a woman's nature, if it's in her nature, it's gonna naturally come. It's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to. It's not more. I don't want to put it in the wrong words, but I don't want to
be clear.
Huh?
Go ahead. Be clear.
I don't want you to look at it like, oh, I'm just being what do you call it? Like a slave or something. Like, no, that's not what it means. It's just being submissive is being open and willing to let that man lead, help him lead. You get what I'm saying?
But like, I feel like to me, that's not submissive. That's just being a woman and knowing her place.
No, that's what it means. That's what submissive means. It means like being submissive to a superior authority. Like,
and that's the whole
more.
That's the whole problem. That women think of it as you.
They getting it misconstrued.
It's like it's a slave mentality.
Okay, they thinking of it like homework.
No, see, I don't think of it as a slave mentality either. I just think of it like being like the way Tone just explained it. I'm just like, I kind of feel like that should how your woman should be, just off like. So I guess maybe that is submissive, because I never knew that was the definition of that part of submissive.
What is your definition of submissive?
Like, the only time I've ever been submissive is in the bedroom, where I submit myself to. That's what I'm saying, but I've never had to be put in a position where I thought
right. That's all she could think about.
Bedroom would be submissive.
All right, cool. Let's take your freakiness out of it, okay?
I'm not talking about my freakiness.
I know, I get it, but that's what I hear when you say in the bedroom. So now,
right, Pickle Rick.
Let's take that out of it. Let's take the bedroom out of it, right? Let's talk about the household. Let's talk about the household. Let's talk about the relationship. The relationship itself. Submissive. Be submissive there. What does that mean to you?
I don't know. Okay. To be honest, I don't know, because I don't know if my definition of what a woman should be in a relationship is considered submissive, because it's never been told to me like, oh, you're submissive, instead of, oh, you're a real woman. I can't see that. My phone's too small.
Ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly, obedient, or passive.
Compliant, yielding.
I feel
Yeah, I
like
was
the
gonna
word
say keep
usage
going.
is throwing me off. I
Tractable,
think the word
manageable.
usage.
Look,
Ready to
tractable,
conform to
manageable.
authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive.
Okay, so in that sense, I would say yes. Outside of whatever,
The
like I have
comments,
been
The
in a
bedroom.
submissive situation. Like I have because I've listened and yes, I'll do that, or yes, I'll be okay with that. Like, but I've never known it to be labeled under submissive. It would
Yo,
just
hey,
to
look,
me it
look,
would be
look.
like respecting my
Okay,
relationship.
cool. Hey, look.
one
When I come
second,
home, when
one
I
second.
come home, I need the house to be this way, that way. I'll be back at this particular time. Boom, boom, boom. You got this. You're good. How do you respond?
I got it. I'll take care of it.
That's
Submissive.
being
That's
See, I
submissive.
never knew that.
Submissive.
Yeah, that's submissiveness.
Okay,
Right.
so I
So,
learned something today because
right,
I did
right.
not know that was
You
considered
learned two things
submissive.
today. You learned two things today. I
I
taught you
did.
that word. What
You
was that
did.
word I taught you? They used it a
What is
couple
it?
times too.
What is it?
Expound. She didn't know what
Expound.
expound was.
No, I didn't say I didn't know what expound was. Don't do that.
You did. She's like, what is that?
No, I thought you meant
We
expand. Like
gotta
you
read
wanted
the
to
comments,
expand on a
people.
situation. I was like, expand, you
I'm
like
with you, Cat.
expunge.
I'm with you, Cat. When I heard expound too, I was like, nigga.
No,
So,
because when you said it, I was like, expound. You mean expand? And he was like, no, expound. I said, no, expand. He said,
expound
expound. And
on,
then he pulled up the
expound.
definition. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I didn't even know
I
that was
use
a
that a
word.
lot.
Like,
I use
like I
that a
didn't
lot.
know, like, I thought you was using it in the wrong text.
No, it's an
My bad.
actual
I
word.
learned
No,
two things today.
we were taught wrong. That's all that
Yeah.
was.
Right.
So,
Wrong.
so we gotta
Dang,
read
call
these.
me out. Cut me loose, y'all. Cut me loose. Come
We
loose.
will. We
Man,
gotta
Come
read
loose.
these comments, man. We
cut
gotta
you
read the
loose.
comments.
Okay, good.
Joaquin said, "Tone clapping 100."
Dang.
Tony Lush says yes, leading to. I'm pretty sure she means as far as men. She said, also says being open to your men's options.
Opinions.
I'm sorry. I got color grading over here. Opinions. I'm sorry, y'all. Be open to your men's
It's all
opinions.
good.
No way. When a woman is loved, right, submissive comes naturally. Bullshit. Anyway,
No, not in all cases.
I should
In
say
some
that, but
cases,
I
it
just
will.
feel like it's bullshit because
In some
it
cases, it
should
will.
be.
In some cases.
You
No,
can't
no, no,
say
no,
that.
no, no,
You
no, no, no,
can't
no, no,
say
no,
that.
no, no,
Fuck
no, no.
that. You
I'm gonna
can't
say it's
say that
bullshit. You know why?
without
That's
telling me I'm
situational.
No,
submissive.
no.
Her comment.
I'm saying. She said no way. When a woman is loved, like she has to be loved first before she becomes submissive.
And a
Then it
lot of
becomes
Absolutely
cases,
natural.
no.
women are like
That's
that.
I
wrong.
agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
Look,
You
Hey,
might.
a
you know
lot of
what,
women
Kat?
are like that.
You know what, Kat? You have fans tonight because Miss Chris has been.
She does.
She's been on it all night with
But
this.
I definitely agree with her though. Like
Right,
I
right.
definitely do. Like I definitely agree with that comment because
Okay.
Can I say something?
like you
Hell no,
want
nigga.
that's
Hell
like
no.
giving go ahead.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Go ahead.
I feel like when a woman is in love, right, it should make her want to be more submissive. Not, you get what I'm saying? It should make her want to be more submissive, and it should make her
But
not
that's
have a
our thinking.
problem with being
That's
submissive.
our
So you
thinking.
mean so
That's
Tone,
our
me and you
thinking.
start dating, right? Me and you start dating. I'm just supposed to be submissive to you off bat. You whatever you need from me, I'm gonna give it to you.
You should absolutely be
You out
open
of your
to it.
mother. You
Absolutely.
done lost every marble in your damn mind.
And that's why you lost every marble in your bag. That's why you don't got a man.
I don't have a man by choice, thank you.
That's bullshit. That's Cat.
I just don't see that. I
That's
don't
not
see
cap,
like
though. That's
why
not
that should be given to you
That's
guys.
not cap. Hey.
I don't see
I don't agree with
I don't
you, and
see
I
why
don't
that
agree
should
with
be
you either.
given to you
I don't
guys.
agree with
Like
you
I
either.
don't think like why our submissiveness should be handed to you guys on a silver platter and
Okay.
no
It should.
ethic of
It
work.
should.
Like
Well,
It
no.
Shorty
should.
I
Lush.
mean, look at me.
Shorty
Look
Lush.
at me.
Wait.
Look at
Shorty
me.
Lush feels a little different. She says, "Girl, you gotta submit at home." Period.
At home. Period.
And,
She's right.
Look at this face.
Home.
This
but
face
off that,
deserves
let me see your
submissiveness.
face.
You want to read
Let me
this,
see your
Nigga?
face.
Home. Yeah, I got you. Women feel like listening to a man it being too submissive. They think in a
True.
relationship they have
No, I
to
don't think
make
listening
all
to your man
decisions.
is too submissive.
You in a relationship, you must be submissive to your spouse. At home. At home. At home, when it's a home involved, Bow your ass down. Period. I'm
I
not
just don't think
bowing
it
down.
should be handed to you off bat.
It is an equilibrium of love, right? Of love. But the balance is different. The respect and the loyalty is different. I'm sorry.
Can a man be submissive to a woman
Look at the
instantaneously?
comments.
Same house. We living in the same house. Me and you and I, right? The house catch on fire. Or a burglar comes in. Or am I running to you? Or are you running to me?
Chris is crazy.
I'm probably gonna run into you.
Exactly. So in the house, in the home, submissiveness needs to be there, because if a guy doesn't feel like you're submissive, he'll leave your ass there with the burning house and the robber in them.
All right.
Straight up.
I got something to say to
You
that.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck neither. Cool. You're there. Figure it out. Go ahead and figure it out. You said you want to figure it out. Go ahead and figure it out. I'm out of here. Boom. Now what? Oh, now we bitch ass niggas because we left you. Oh, we left you.
Yep. Ain't shit.
Ass nigga.
You ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
Oh my god.
But that's the truth. That's the truth of the matter.
Exactly. Exactly, Joanne.
If we go back and we do our jobs, we're a hero, we're the man that we're supposed to be, we're all these things, right? But if we don't do according to your and everybody else's description of non-submissive, then we're these assholes. Okay.
Man.
Guess what? Y'all tend to love these assholes that'll leave your ass there. Y'all be like, oh, well, the nigga that came back to me burned to death, but you alive because you was the asshole and left me there, right?
I'm finna exactly.
So check. We have to move on with the comments. I mean, because they coming in, they going in, y'all. So trust me.
Can I respond to that one?
What does this one even say?
You can respond. Go ahead. Not all men wear the pants. Trust me.
All men. You saying they all don't wear the pants, but all men should wear the pants, and the woman should be like the belt holding them up. Oh, exactly, Joanne. Exactly.
Boss.
Lord, Jesus, take the card.
Hey, where the hand clap sound at? Where the hand clap sound at when we need it?
Hold on. I got to put the hand clap.
Boo, we're throwing tomatoes. We're throwing tomatoes. No.
Tomato. Yeah.
We're throwing tomatoes. That was
Katt, I prefer a Louis belt.
Okay, I got you.
Let's move on. He said yes. Stoney, yes.
What did Stoney say?
Katt is already submissive.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. She probably is.
Exactly, Katt. Okay, Katt, you got fans tonight. I disagree. LOL.
Katt just didn't understand what submissive was, so she misinterpreted.
I didn't understand that like what I was already doing in a regular relationship was considered submissive.
Being submissive, right?
So yes.
Right.
That's why I was like submissive.
I would like to know what Stoney Lust disagree with.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Miss Chris said every situation is different. I'm pretty sure she was talking about when I was talking about what she said and how you guys said every situation is different. And we got you, Chris. Also, Miss Chris said, I don't totally agree with Katt. Why?
As far as what?
As far as what?
Yes, Tone. More submissive.
Amen.
Love is an action word. And I was waiting for this because this is I definitely agree. Chris, all night.
Absolutely.
I thought you was like going to be a pain in my ass, but Chris, you nailed it. This is right on point, Chris. You know why, Chris? Because love is an action, and I agree with you.
This is crazy, yo.
No, I agree with you so.
You don't think love is an action?
No, love is an action. No. Love is I could pull it up for you. It's an action.
What do you think love is then?
Love is a feeling.
Love is an action.
Love is a feeling. The impulse is a feeling, goofball.
It's a feeling. Yes.
Right.
I agree with this nigga. Yes. It's not an action. The action comes after your impulse and your feeling.
Loyalty is the action.
Yeah, you
What
go.
we was talking about earlier.
I'm gonna be. Oh, I'm gonna do.
Whoa, this is
Yes, you did.
interesting.
D'Angelo's tuned in. Okay, all right. Ain't nothing wrong with a submissive person.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you guys. Okay. So I believe love
Damn,
has
he
to be
like Tiki
shown.
Williams in the picture. I'm almost intimidated to respond to what he's saying.
Incredible
Shit.
Hulk around this bitch.
I agree with you, big dog. Anything you say, D'Angelo, goddammit.
You got it. I don't want
Hey,
no
look,
smoke.
Cat, like I'm submissive now.
Right.
Oh,
I submit to the Muskos.
Listen, can I get my profile pic
Right.
together? Get my profile pic together. DK.
Hey, notice. Is that what you meant by submissive?
Yeah. Oh shit! I missed the whole description. I missed the
That's a
whole
whole
shit.
different view. Y'all should have just brought that up earlier. I would have been totally with it. Just bring it
Like
up
fuck!
earlier.
If I knew
Next
this,
time, let's just start with that, okay, guys?
Now I understand. Now I understand.
No,
hey, look, she here now. Look, she here now. He's like,
I'm intrigued now.
Hey, she over there turning pink and red.
look, no homo.
No,
But
not.
that nigga got me intrigued too. I'm like, nigga,
The
you
fuck? No,
got
I'm not.
fucking a W on your back, nigga.
It was a
W.
joke.
I know.
So, Leonard Johnson, notice you want to read this one?
Yeah, hey,
Leonard.
make the woman feel
Leonard.
safe. We like it. We like it, Jay. Jay, hey, when we make a woman feel safe and secure, they will automatically be submissive to you and hold on, to submissive to you and your. Well, I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
To you and your will.
And
you and your will, because
like
that's
No, nigga, and your will.
trust comes in. Okay, you and your will, because that's when the trust comes in.
You think he was talking about your will, your actual will, or your
Well,
Your actual, yeah, your actual will, right?
yeah.
No, not a will. Not a will.
Your
Not that will.
His command.
Goof up.
Your command.
Like your will and your way.
His command.
Oh my god.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Right.
Head ass.
But I don't believe that. I think a woman should be automatically submissive. Like every man should, like when she walks up on every man, they just like, oh man, she's just cool as fuck. Like it's not a sexual thing. Like men don't look at it like, oh, like the girl at the, like I look at it as this. You know when you walk up to a register and you see the chick at the register and she has to take your order, and no matter what happens, she has to go through with it, right? And you're always right.
She can't be rude. She can't disrespect you.
Can't disrespect. Whoa. That's the hugest form of submission. Like I'm like, that's what it is. Like that's to me.
Would you like anything else with that, sir?
Yeah. Would you like anything? And it has nothing. You know what I mean? So
Cat over there like no, hell no.
No.
That's
no.
That's what it. That's what we read. That's what we read earlier. It's not something that it's just a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. Like when I'm going to read a different information, I'm going to do things, different things, because I believe men there's a certain hierarchy in men where men have to be submissive to certain shit, where we have to take other men's like leadership. You know what I mean? And it's just natural. It's not just a woman thing. You know what I mean? It's natural for men. It's natural. We know how to just fit right in and go with the flow. You know what I mean? And build our way to the top. Like anyway, but.
Well, see, the thing about that is,
I am crazy, but I'm honest. Yes, you are, Miss Chris. You
and
are.
And then
honest.
you know what? We miss you on the podcast.
Honest.
We miss you on the podcast. Like,
yes.
Come back to us. Come back, bring yourself in, and come back to me and Biz. Now, with that being said,
Wow, this is great right here. It's just like the respect a woman expects is the same submissiveness a man expects right off back.
Thank you.
No, it is not the same. There is not the same. The expectations
a
of
woman
man and a woman
submissiveness is not
different.
a woman submissiveness in a relationship is not a sign of respect to the man.
Yes.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
So wait. If she's being other than submissive, what is she being?
Respectful.
Unsubmissive, nigga.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say.
Unsubmissive. What the?
Unsubmissive.
Not submissive, damn it.
I mean, I'm just
Not
saying, like,
doing their job.
there's no cooperation there. You can never get like, cool. I could respect a motherfucker all day. I ain't submissive to the motherfucker.
Hold on.
I ain't
No.
got shit to do with it.
Fuck that. Expectations is bullshit. That's
So you
number
think
one.
every man
woman-
deserves a woman to be
Expectations is
submissive?
bullshit. Expectations is bullshit. And
So, Katt,
anyone that has an expectation of a man and a man has an expectation of a woman is bullshit.
You're
Okay,
gonna be
okay.
let down every single time if you have an expectation.
Katt,
Exactly.
Katt.
Fucking exactly.
Katt,
You will
do
be
you
let
have you spoke all night
down. Standards
about
standards
being-
are different. Standards are
okay.
different.
You spoke right. Do you expect your man that you're with to do certain things?
I really hate the word expect because
It's natural. Take out the fucking trash. It's natural.
Yeah.
Fucking, can you help me with this? I mean, I would
I
expect you to
do a
help
lot
me
of
Yes.
at
that. I
least.
expect you
Yes.
to
Like,
go
that's
to bed.
natural shit, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's not a fucking rocket science here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I really hate when people like try to like,
No.
oh well,
Right.
you cannot go around life not expecting something from each other, or you wouldn't
Right.
fucking deal with the person.
Well, that's
Right.
the problem. Expectations. Everybody holds everybody to expectations instead of holding them to
I just
standards.
don't like disappointment. So put in an expectation on something.
Because you're expecting something.
No,
You-
that means
Yeah,
your
I just don't like to be
expectations are too
disappointed.
That's
high.
holding to standards.
No, it's
That's
a
the
difference.
It's
It's really-
expectations versus standards. If you
No,
hold
it's
fuck that expectation bullshit.
Look,
You
I
can
don't-
expect something all day. Don't mean you're gonna get it. Doesn't
Okay,
mean
check.
you're gonna get it.
I'm gonna tell you something. I expect this podcast to do fucking well. I expect
Doesn't
this
mean you're
podcast.
gonna get it.
Check. I expect this podcast to have 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, right? Now it's a
Mhm.
great goal. Is that expectations pretty high? Maybe. Am I being realistic? But do I believe I'll have 25,000 subscribers at the end of the year? That's already expected now. Yes, that's going to happen. Period.
But
So
you're
that's what
talking
I'm saying.
business versus relationship.
No, I expect.
Two
Look,
different things.
I expect my wife to do womanly shit.
Two different things.
No, look. I expect my wife to do womanly shit, in which she's gonna do it. She's gonna get her nails done. She's gonna go get her feet done. Like, I expect that. Like, I know she's gonna do that. You know what I
Would
mean?
expect that of your
Women-
secretary?
Huh? Would I
Exactly.
expect that of my secretary?
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's a normal thing, I would expect her to, as a woman, to keep herself up. Yeah, if it's a woman, if I have a woman secretary, I would expect her to keep herself up
But would
and
that be
do
your
certain things
standard?
that a
Or
woman
would
does.
that be your standard?
Of course, I would. I would expect you to have some type of fucking image about yourself, like keep yourself up or something. So I would expect you to do certain things to keep yourself up. I
Okay,
wouldn't want
so
you to
now-
come around me as a bum.
Is that same standard and expectation more relaxed because it's your female versus your secretary?
No, it's period. My expectations on you. See,
Oh,
that's no. See,
You
that's
hold
the
your
thing.
wife-
That's the
your-
thing.
or
That's the
your
thing.
girl to
People,
the
no.
same
I
second
just
as your
spoke of it. No,
secretary?
wait. I just spoke of it earlier. Expectations. People speak of the expectations as if it's one thing. We have high expectations, right? Like high goals, high expectations of things, right? And we have low expectations, like shit that we know is going to happen, right?
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about the shit that we expect, period, right? You expect this dude to get up. I was going to say something very vulgar, but I ain't going to do that. You expect
it.
this dude. No, it was very vulgar. You expect this dude to just get up and do certain things as a man, right? Now, if he sits there, lay there, you determine on how you want to deal with that, right?
Right.
That's on your terms now. If you decide to deal with that, is he wrong for you decide to deal with his shit now? He's not wrong. He go do what the fuck he go do. You could just go ahead and do what you go do. He would expect a woman to get up and leave.
Maybe
But
I'll
if
just
you
expect
stay,
the bare
but if you
minimum.
stay- but if you stay, his expectations were shot, and now he understands shit. Well, she gonna stay, so now he's expecting you to be there the next day. So I mean, expectations may change, but what I'm saying is like we think of these things all day and we don't look at it like a conscious thing. You know what I mean? And I don't want to like take that too long, but Joaquin said, "Notice is on point." Yeah. Miss Chris says, "OMG, Tone, don't act like you don't know a, I don't know, don't
Oh
know
my
the shit."
God, Tone, don't act like you don't know the bitch, nigga, bitch, or bitch,
I don't.
nigga.
That's what I was talking about.
What?
You don't know a bitch. Oh, you don't know a bitch.
She's been real, real.
Don't act like you don't
You
know a
don't
bitch.
know the bitch nigga. Hey, okay. Yes.
Huh? Yes, what? I still
Uh,
don't understand what it's saying.
okay. We got a gang of comments. They've been hitting us, man. I gotta get through these comments. Blase
Ain't
blase.
nothing wrong with a submissive man. Got it. I get it. I want to take. I want to be taken care of. I'm too old to be raising someone. She wants to be his mama. I passed. I'm past that stage. I'm past that stage. Many moons ago. I'm too
I'm
old
too
for
old
this
for that.
shit. All right, cool. We get it. Then you need to find you a rapper. Find you a nigga that is
See, I don't mind. I think like when women really get the gist of what submissive really mean, it doesn't sound like crazy. You know what I mean?
that's not
Like
that bad. It's
it's
not
it's
that bad.
it's not bad at
You gotta take
all.
care of the house, cook, clean, and do what shit. I ain't gotta do shit. You just gotta make the bread. Making money is hard. Doing business is hard. That shit is
Who?
not
Hey, who is
easy.
Walt? Who is
Everybody
Walt
thinks
calling nephew?
it's
He's
easy.
talking to you.
Like you go
Yeah,
He
out there,
got me,
just don't
hey,
stop.
he sound like an
nigga.
old ass
Hold on,
man.
hold on,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on,
I'm
Nigga,
sorry.
hold on,
I'm sorry.
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
sorry. Go ahead.
Everybody makes that shit sound like when you go out there and you in the streets, or you in the business, or you in the corporate America, like that shit's not hard. Like you ain't gotta deal with people. It's difficult. Like you ain't gotta go talk to people, smile, put on a charm, go deal with this business, go or go say fuck off, or do this, or put people on the rug. Like that shit is not like it's not easy. That's what a lot of women got fucked. They like, oh, I can do the same thing as you. No, it's not that we gotta do you can't do it. It's because it's just not appetizing. It shouldn't be becoming of you. No, because I can go out here and deal with the monsters and wrestle with the fucking gangsters and wrestle with the politicians and wrestle with these niggas that don't fucking matter. Why would I want my pretty flower, or why would I want my beautiful angel? Or why would I want somebody that I love go through that? Let me deal with that. I'm a beast. I'm a raw dog nigga. Let me do that.
Period.
A lot of women lose their place.
Get it,
They know
daddy.
they think they think like, yo, oh, I can't sit back at home. Look, sit back at home. Be a flower. Raise this motherfucker. When I come home, let it be a palace. Like, yo, this nigga is coming in. Cool, sure. Then a nigga get out there and be like, you know what? Every time I come home, I got trumpets blowing. I got fucking dinner on it. Come on, y'all.
Let me
Women,
have that. Let me have that. I
women
know
are
you're
tripping.
right.
nigga.
Women are tripping. They wanted vice versa. The queen comes home. Bah, 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 bah. No,
Rose petals,
that's
head ass.
some some bitches, some females, some women. And I'm just being real, yo. Like, yo, straight up, all y'all females don't deserve that shit. All y'all females don't deserve that shit. All bad, bro.
That
Uh, uh,
her comment is
no, you're
funny.
right. No. I gotta end that right. No, you right. Notice. You're right. No, you're right about that. It's facts. And Miss Chris says, look, she says, breathe. Notice, breathe. Look, look. She says, you live in L.A. and you never ran across a rude cashier. Fuck out of here. Now, no,
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
not.
Doesn't
I'm not.
matter.
I'm not
hella,
saying I
hella.
ran. I'm not saying I never ran across some rude ass cashier. It's not
She having
about
a
the
bad day.
rudeness. I'm just saying if I
Hella.
say like 10, like okay, 10 women, there were probably three of them rude. Three of them. Majority of them because of the job they had to. They had to be that because they had to show that across. I go into Starbucks, so when I go into Starbucks, ain't none of that happened in the Starbucks. You wouldn't even find a rude ass like, you know what I mean? They'll fire their ass if they was being rude. You
I
know what
go
I
into
mean?
Starbucks.
You know.
Yeah, that's-
uh, but yes, I did see it before, of course. Want to read that notice?
Fuck no.
Well, Keys, good show, y'all. I'm about to go ahead to bed. Nigga, we don't know that. Go ahead, nigga, go ahead to bed. Keep the
Thank
great
you.
content up. Thank you for
Go
watching
suck
Walk
your
Keys.
thumb,
We
Walt.
love you. Head knock.
Go suck your thumb between your gap.
Hey, no. Hey,
So,
real shit. Hey, big ups to Walkies. Head knockers game. You know what I mean? I was there
all
with head
day.
knockers, what even to talk about.
I
So,
know. I
head
know.
knockers, yo. Hey, head knockers, make it happen, bro.
Hey, that's what's up.
Shout out
All
my
day.
guy. You already know we love you,
Miss
bro.
Chris said she don't need a millionaire. Of course, we know we know you. We know you don't want a rapper. You know what I mean? I think she was referring to you. Say you want a rapper. Nobody said I want to live a lavish lifestyle. Yep.
It's not about, hold on. Let me get that. It's not about lavish lifestyle, but it is about a comfortable one, isn't it? Is it something that you can come home to where it's just comfortable? It's yours. It's the nigga could be go on there making 50,000, but still you have something to come on, some grass, a dog or two, this and that. Your house is straight. Like, come on, man. Like, nigga.
You like what you said? She just said that. She said, "I want to live like I live now, with him paying every what? Okay,
With him paying for everything. So
right,
with whoever she dealing with, pay for
right.
everything.
Okay, so
Well,
you want
we
a
love
bread?
you, Miss Chris.
You
We love
want
you,
a
Miss Chris.
breadwinner?
You like to be
You want a bread?
spoiled. Princess syndrome.
Right, it's okay. It's okay. That's
I'm
when
a
you was
breed.
going on your rant.
Yeah, I know.
Princess
It's all
syndrome.
right. We love it though.
Hey, look, it's the same when I'm fucking. I'm just like, yeah.
Oh,
Cat, don't,
Like
don't,
make.
don't shut
She
your
said,
eyes,
"Make
baby.
biz
Don't shut
make
your eyes.
sense,
It's okay.
please."
You can say,
I
nigga,
know.
make some
I
sense.
get it. I get it. I get it. I just have a different theory on life, man, and I feel like people don't see it. I've seen a lot of life. I've seen a lot of fucking life. You know what I mean? I've been around a lot of people. A lot of people. I've seen so many things that have happened through many ethnic group of people, and so I see things in a way people may not see it, um, unless they have been out and exposed and seen different things. You know what I mean? So yes, I know I can come off a little like where does that even thought of? And then you'll see people come in the comments like Chris, which is validate exactly like you know what I mean. So I think it's a real factor of kind of like just being on the show, staying here, staying on the show, watching me, listening to me, and as you listen to me, you start understanding like, okay, I get it now. I get where business is coming from. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate that though. You know what I mean? Hey, we take all the smoke. No comments get left. You know what I mean? We read all the comments. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Notice. Go ahead.
Some of us want to do that work though. I've been in the corporate world and I love it and make good money from it. Why should I take a step back just because a man wants someone to stay at home? Don't
Okay.
hold on, let me address that. Don't You don't have to stay at home. We're not
Right. Do
talking about
you?
staying home. We're not
Do
talking
you,
about
boo boo?
you have to go live your life and do things. What we're saying is,
You gonna be lonely.
see, I was about to say no, because
that's
Seven
not what
y'all
I'm.
was
cats.
just
That's
I'm
y'all was
not
playing.
what
trying to
I'm
I'm
get on
saying.
me
Hold
about
on,
wanting
hold
to
on, hold
bring
on. Let me
extra
finish.
bread to the table.
Let me
But
finish.
now
I'm
we could
gonna
do
let
that, but
Paul
we got
say.
these only doing it.
But you have to balance that shit just like a nigga does. If you feel like you can go out and go get a job, right? And you can balance home, cool. Go do that. But I'm about to go. I'm about to go. My ambitions is way higher. Doesn't mean it's way higher than yours. But for the most part, yo, like woman, just look pretty. Go enjoy the spoils of life. Yo, how do y'all not want to enjoy the spoils of life?
How do you
What
not
you
want your
so
girl
bad
to be
for?
on a high standard like y'all? Aren't we a reflection of y'all?
No, but y'all are in a sense, but we are built for destruction. You guys are not. We're
think
built for
hey,
destruction.
no. Notice they no. This is great because they think they got to stay at home if they're being submissive. And they,
You can't go to
you like
war.
to get
No,
hot. You can't
For
leave.
no.
war. You're not built for fucking war. You're not. I am. You're a flower.
We're
You want
not
to put
telling
a
you to be a
flower in the
dummy or a
forest
coward.
like this? What the fuck are we gonna do with
We're
that?
not built for war.
You're not.
Ding.
All right,
Negative, women. No.
and I'm glad we're having this conversation. And they're right. You're not built for war.
Can you go
Not
to
gonna
war?
happen.
Oh
That's
my
not the question.
It's not
God.
gonna
It's
happen.
not the
It's
question. Can you
not.
go to war? You're
No,
not.
I know
built
that.
for war. You're not built for war. You're not.
Yeah.
You're built
Okay.
for beauty. You're built for greatness on the other side of things. War is a
I got
man's
you,
thing.
Ange. I was messing with you, Ange. I'm sorry.
We can go to war right now.
That's
You're not
right.
ready.
Notice, right?
Not
Oh man,
ready.
this podcast is popping tonight. You know what I mean? We on tonight. D-Lo said, I'm back. Sorry, I'm at work. I took care of some stuff real quick.
All right,
What did I
D-Lo.
miss? um, I want to look pretty.
Cool,
Damn it.
you can't do that shit in war. You can't do that shit fighting a nigga. You can't do that shit. You
We
can't do
get
that
it. We noticed it, okay? We noticed.
Are you a flower? What kind of flower you is? Don't be
I'm a
sunflower
sunflower.
child.
I'm a sunflower.
No, Kat, you didn't catch it because the other day we was calling my little cousin sunflower child.
But I was talking about what we were talking about earlier. So
Hey, read that one. Maybe not physically, but I could see women being awesome technicians.
Tacticians.
Oh, is that what that is?
I don't know
I
what the
got
word that is. I ain't never seen that word
technician.
a day in my
What's the
life.
technician?
I'm hooked on phonics. Works for me too.
Is he trying to say that they have great tactics?
No, I think it's an actual thing, like a department that deals with tactical
Tactications.
things. You know what I mean?
Tactications?
No, tacticians. No, tacticians. That's it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Tacticians.
You
I'm
know what I
like,
mean? You
nigga,
can
I'm
look it up.
trying to
Look it
sound
up.
this shit out.
Let's look it up. Let's filter it out. Let's filter it out because I think that's what they deal with, like
yeah,
tactics,
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Look, I
Yeah.
like I said, you look it up.
Look it up. Yeah. Let's look it
Nigga,
up.
put simpler words out here, nigga. The fuck?
Or explain it.
You have some smart women. The comment was you have some smart women. So I get it. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm down
Not
with it.
in
We'll
this
look that up.
generation.
Tacticians.
Oh,
Notice
tacticians. Oh, I
tacticians.
get
Yeah.
what he said. I get what he said.
Yeah.
Tacticians.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I get that. I get
get
that.
it. It makes sense.
Hey, D'Angelo K. Yeah. Hey, you fuck
Y'all
everybody.
slow. I've been said that.
For sure. Like, I think come on.
Yeah,
the
I have no idea what the hell that is. That's like an army term, is it? You know what I mean? I'm gonna look it up. And
No,
shit.
that
You know what I mean?
might be his name. He might be D'Angelo. It's Kelly. So look at her lips.
maybe he was
Look at
trying
her
to make
lips.
like a pun about going to war. If it's a military word, I don't know what
Right. That's what he was
means.
talking about. That's what he was talking
Okay.
about. I think it was
Tactician,
Okay.
yeah.
But you know, hey, wait. Just so y'all know, we're like 10 seconds ahead of them. So they're getting like 10 seconds delay of us. You know what I mean? So they can, you know what I mean? So it might seem like off to them. They might be like, what? You know what I mean? So anyway, if y'all just now seeing this, people's the Gasmask Tribe TV podcast. And obviously, throughout the show, you understand that Biz may need to go take some hooked on phonics. Because obviously, I got some letters and shit that's fucking me up and shit. You know what I mean?
And I just learned what's
God
to
damn.
be.
You know what I mean?
We all learning
First
something
time.
today.
First time. And you know, reading people comments
Biz,
ain't like
need
reading
to
a
go
book.
back to grade school.
You know what I mean? Shit. Reading people comments ain't like reading a book, you know what I mean? Because it's like it's their mind speaking, you know what I mean? So,
Hey,
If you have it got you feeling like you on the episode of Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader?
no, it got me feeling like, do I know how to read comments? You know?
Hey, D'Angelo K. Hey, like, follow, share.
Is this for me?
Is this for me?
Because this is what a platform where people can talk and they can speak and get the filter out that bullshit. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Gasmask Tribe is about. So, you know what I mean? Hey, just share it, like it, subscribe. do the damn diligence. You feel me?
And you know what's crazy? And we about to head out of here, but you know what's crazy is the fact that like sometimes when you're doing this, there are new stages, right? There's just new stages you go through as the channel build, as things go build and
Mhm.
shit like that. It's just well new stages that you go through these little moments that you're like, I got this shit, man. Don't worry about it. And like not everybody writes like it's a like you're reading some like proper grammar in a way to like read something. You know what I mean? But they write from their mind, so that's the good part about it that I love. So I'm learning, people. I'm learning.
Yep.
Thank y'all for
Yep.
tuning in. We really appreciate y'all. Notice you want to
Thank
get a last
you.
word before we get out. Before we get out, I'm sorry, but for
Last words
30
to them.
seconds or 10 seconds, Miss Katt, thank you so much. Do you want to give something before we head out? Generally, Notice give the last words, and we head out of here. But I want to give you and Tone the spotlight right now
Let
to
Tone go first. Tone go first.
okay.
Yeah, let him go first.
Shoot, I just want to say, man, to everybody that's out there viewing and watching, man, we got this platform to just let you know, man. I mean, take what we talked about and just know your worth. That's pretty much what I could say as a whole of what we've been talking about. Know your worth and don't settle for less. Period. Cat.
I want to say that this platform, this is a new thing for me, but it's actually taught me some things, and I feel like it could teach a lot of our viewers
That's what's
different
up.
ways to approach situations, or how to deal with certain things in relationships, or how to deal with certain type of people. So that's always a benefit to be able to just go ahead and get on the internet and learn from other like types of people, other types of genders, like just knowing different backgrounds and learning different situations on how to deal with certain stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my shoe. But this is a really good learning experience for
Right,
probably more than just me.
right, right.
Good way to
And
filter out
and
that
before
bullshit.
and before Notice go, I want to say I did learn a lot tonight. I ain't gonna lie, because kind of looking at the way the women see things, you know what I mean. It kind of
Right.
forced you to kind of see their side of the situation, even though I could be like, yeah, life is this way.
Mhm.
It really helped me see that women do have to live life in a less submissive way. You know what I mean? And they might not know what they're doing, but because what's perceived and what's taken on, they got to do that. You know what I mean? They got to take on jobs they might not want to because they're forced out there to do it because now women's rights has jumped up and now you look less of a woman if you're not out here getting the bag, bitch. You know what I mean? And that could tend to make women, less submissive with men and not have to lean on men. So I get it, I mean, I get that attribute. So I just wanted to set that straight, But Notice, take us out.
Hey yo, hey, I look at it like this, and it's always notice words of wisdom. Uh, it comes down to this, where um, we have to look at everything as a whole, right? Everybody is a human being. Boils down to this: relationships, human being, trustworthy communication. If you cannot abide by those rules, and whatever God that you have in your forefront or your back front, it doesn't matter. You have to boil yourself down to what you guys are exclusive to. When it comes to
Right.
relationships, when it comes to relationships, you have to be able to speak to each other, trust each other, lay a foundation down before you even try to build a future. Because with no
Right.
foundation, there is no future. Period. A lot of people like to try to build futures with no foundation, and you're just in space. Space is infinite. So leave that where it is. And there are so many other people in this world that can attract and be who you want to be to your self being. For me, it can be one person. For you, it can be another person. For Biz, anybody that's in this podcast, it can be somebody else. For you, what you need to look at is building the foundation on making the future greater. And in that future, you need to understand the consequences of what that future of what you have subscribed to in becoming. with all that being said, all
Absolutely.
the beauty and like all the relationships and all that, yo, go out there, have fun. I had fun. You go have fun. And everybody before you and after you is going to go have fun. Do it respectfully, respect yourself, respect the ones to your left, the right, in front of you, behind you, and above you, below you, because it all matters at the end of the day. Take
Mhm.
care, brush your hair, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Be fair. Salute. Gas Mask Tribe.
Hey.
Peace.